refer to me as Jordan?
Hello.
No.
Hello. Yeah, you're just, I'm sorry, you're, I can change this, I guess.
Oh, I see.
That's fine.
No,
This camera
no,
got
we're
turned.
already, oh, maybe, I don't know.
I cannot tell you how to fix it right now because there's.
I will slowly figure it out.
Oh,
Oh, I nailed it.
nailed
First
it.
try.
Easy.
Look at me go. Hopefully I didn't move it anymore after
Probably
that.
bumped it last week.
Alright,
Played.
alright,
Whatever it was.
where is
It was on your side of the table, so
Yeah.
safe to blame
One of us.
you guys.
I'm right-handed. Though,
I haven't
so-
been here in a month. It can't be my fault.
But you have to keep,
Look at that. Look at that real-time
Sure.
editing of the stream.
Beautiful.
We're, yeah, see, this is how you know that we don't have other jobs. This is all we do. That's why everything is all set up and ready to go, and we start promptly at 7:24 every week. Every week, very consistently.
I mean, this is a little early for some weeks, honestly.
Yeah, I know,
7:30 is our
unfortunate.
go-to generous.
I really wish we started at 7, but I will continue. Honestly, I'm going to continue wishing that were the case. We're not very good at it, but I'm going to continue. Anyway,
Hope
oh, we
that's
should have
right.
music too. My goodness, what are we even doing?
Tell my babe to hop on.
This one. Here a little bit. Do we? Is it coming
Good
out?
Session name.
It should be on,
I don't hear it.
but I might have missed. It should be on.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm imagining sound or if it's actually. Oh. Hold on. I'm dumb. It's going to the basement.
ah. I was like, I very faintly hear it, but it's like cranked up pretty high. Anyway, we're playing Mihraen tonight. This is a homebrew world that I created.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've been having a great time. So the group thus far has investigated a robbery, gone out, found the stuff, come back. They brought the stuff back along with 2 people with 3 eyes. Good job, Jag.
Not 3 eyes each.
They're just chilling with you guys now.
Well, now they're in jail.
Yeah.
We put them in jail.
Okay.
Yeah. They've been put in jail.
Yeah.
Now they're sharing a cell. They were originally put in 2 different cells, but then the jail key went missing. So
Yeah,
now
that's
they're...
my bad, I guess.
Yeah.
From what I hear.
You were sitting in there.
You were specifically keeping an eye on the prisoners.
Not the prisoner's key.
The prisoners
So you
are
couldn't
still there.
possibly have looked to your left while you were sitting there.
Impossible. That's why he didn't even get a roll. You know, it was just was
Correct.
what it was.
He wasn't
Well, the DM rolls a 1 for you when you're absent.
If the DM rolls a 1,
He
does
would
it really
have to
count?
roll for you.
Anyway, last time there was a little more investigation. You all saw there has been a group of individuals that you have so lovingly referred to as cultists coming into town that wear these tie-dyed pink and yellow robes and go around just trying to find friends. They just want people to be their friends, and some of them only have 1 ear. You saw... Oh, that was another thing. that you learned last time.
Body parts seems to be a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The eye thing, pure coincidence,
Okay.
all his fault.
Yeah. No.
Or was it?
all Luvy's fault. I
Fair.
told him I would do it,
Cause and
and
effect.
he said do it, and I did it.
It was
So
hidden
realistically,
messages.
it's just,
I told him I would do it.
It was Lenny's idea, but Luby did it.
it wasn't my idea.
Jack's
Jag
idea.
did it. I didn't. do
Jack's
it.
idea.
I ain't done nothing. I've never taken an eyeball in my life.
That is fact. Probably.
We hope.
Hopefully.
Roll a deception check,
At least
Lenny.
that I know of. I hope that's the case.
But you saw the leader, as you've heard, the leader of the group, Kindus Hulseth. You saw him leaving town with a large oblong bundle on his back. Looks to be about half his height, but a big bundle just on his back. You saw him leaving town. You heard he's gone to look for rumors of the strong in another village, and that he'll be back. soon.
Did we get any
We don't know either.
clues? I was gonna say, did we get clues or clarifications on the strong?
Not specifically. You heard a little bit of who they've been interested in. I don't know if anyone remembers.
Nope.
Jordan does.
Young people?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Was
Young
it
women.
young women, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember.
Not a cult though. The leader's a guy, a big dude. Just saying.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Drink the Mai Tai.
Drink Mai Tai. Oh no, what's in this Mai Tai?
Kool-Aid.
You said pineapple.
So,
Did I?
Okay, to clarify, the tie-dyed, not cultists, are
They're
interested in coming into town, real friendly, like missing ears, interested in young women.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah.
recruit young women into their club. Their non-cultist
They're looking
club.
for the
So far they haven't. So far you have not noticed a disproportionate number of young women.
No.
Except my cousin. She
Yeah.
was there.
She's not particularly young though.
Does she
Oh,
have
yeah.
both her ears?
Jack's
No.
cousin is a cultist.
She was missing one. Okay. Is there a
We think.
pattern to the perceived
Ears.
gender and
Not that you've
number of
noticed.
ears? Okay.
Perceived gender and number of ears.
You know.
No, absolutely. It's one of those statements that I really enjoy.
Sentences that maybe have never been made before.
Yeah.
Was the number of ears proportional to perceived gender? Okay.
What else? What else happened last session? I have my notes here that I can go pull
There was
up.
that big distraction with the dogs, and then the key went missing.
Reese fell
We
asleep on the
assume
job.
that they're related.
Or has the key himself. Caleb,
I
if
guess
I have
you
the key, I
could.
need you to message me.
Oh, I will.
Let me see your inventory page.
This is
Yeah,
Bad
so-
Boys freshly printed, so
So you saw Canilla talking to Luvi. You listened in to that conversation for a while.
Who's Canilla?
The hunt.
Canilla is the clock daughter.
Okay, clock daughter.
Clock daughter. Is she a robot?
No,
Kind of.
Okay.
no kind of.
she has a
She's in
degenerative
mechanized
disease
wheelchair.
and is in a
Oops.
sort of a very advanced wheelchair.
A chair that walks on its own, basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still rolls
Now
most of the time,
What,
but it handles stairs pretty well.
featured on
Walks
Pimp,
downstairs.
featured on Pimp My Ride.
You learned about why Luvi had to run off. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
I don't know. He's one of the many grandchildren of the great, very nice baker in town.
That is true, but that's not why he had to leave, though she was very disappointed in him.
Luvy's dad did something, and he had to dig them out or something.
No.
No.
Hold on, maybe I'll figure it out.
Somebody had a disappointing
Right,
father.
divine.
I feel like I remember that.
I have something titled Hippies. I don't think
Oh, I'm
that's
thinking of
gonna
the
help.
fisherman boy we saved. That's what I'm thinking of. His dad wasn't disappointing, just dead.
Yeah.
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 Which I guess in and of itself is disappointing.
I think I must have stopped caring about Luvy's past because I stopped taking
That
notes after we
that
got
sounds
him.
like either Lenny or Jag, maybe both.
I stopped caring about his past at some point in here because the notes on Luvy stopped.
Luvi and Jag not going to be best friends. Luvi and Jordan doing pretty okay. Luvi, you found out, was sort of talking down the Searche Art, which is the
yeah, he
governing body of Verthane. Verthane is the country you're in. You don't have to take all these notes.
Birthday. I know how that's spelled. I'm making it up my own.
It'd probably be close.
Someone was playing Ball in a Cup. I forget who.
You know, not terrible.
I have in my notes Ball in a Cup is canon. I think that came from Stefan.
All the time did happen.
Probably. That sounds like me.
This is how good my notes get. It's just Ball in a Cup is canon. Okay. Jag went and talked to the mayor. He learned a little bit more about the tribe, the tribe that has been attacking
Oh, yeah.
in the northeast. And then you saw a couple of the lovely individuals in robes talking.
The hearers of the word.
The hearers of the word.
Not a cult, though.
Talking about the one. The one seemed very disappointed that Kindest Halsef would be leaving, and the other one was assuring him that he would be back soon. Anyone remember any names that were mentioned there?
Not his cousin, I assume.
I don't know. What does this say?
It was 2 men, one older man, one younger.
I just remember the
Wasn't
dance
there, so I
here.
don't have to feel like I should have this.
It's a
New,
tribe.
Me neither.
yeah, the Nudadzir are the
Nudadzir.
tribe that Kindest Halsef is from.
How do you spell that? Or should I just make it up?
Nudodsir.
How do you know?
Not how I would have spelled it. I'm glad I asked. We also learned some coin lore, which was that it was found when people were breaking ground for a house in Corette.
Mm-hmm.
Some strange words in a language we don't recognize. That one's like, excuse me, and a weird face on the other. And the Bancors were made known to this coin. Something old was found in the mines of Bantor.
Mm-hmm.
Canella was going to study it. Her dogs are named Gear and Cog. I wrote that down, apparently. But I didn't write down the other people.
Incredibly important.
This is
It is
This
important.
is the woman
The
with the
beer-
wheelchair.
Yes.
Yes.
There's also
well
the-
done with the
the
names.
beer Dodsir, the tribe that's causing trouble in the north.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also the girl in the wheelchair, her parents are clockmakers. And she is also a clockmaker, but has sort of become the historian.
Canella Bancor.
And she's
aka
friends with the head
Clock.
bandit guy
Yep.
from
Louis.
long back.
Mm-hmm.
And
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton.
Louis.
and one of the things Louis stole was a clock, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he had to give it to someone, we don't know who.
It was one of the last clocks that her father made,
Mm-hmm.
and then also the coin.
And then also the coin. And so, like, she's a historian. She would probably be interested in the coin. Her family makes the clocks. The last one her father made were pretty suspect of these clock people, of clock lady and clock daughter. And
That's why they're clock mom, clock dad, and clock daughter, is
Yeah.
because they make clocks. If that wasn't clear
Well, it was
to
right.
either Erica or the stream,
yes,
We have yet to meet Grandfather Clock.
Ooh, okay,
Sure we
okay,
will.
okay, okay. Clock
Sure
Gramps.
we will.
yeah.
He has a different title.
Okay, okay.
He actually talk. He just rings his bell every hour.
well, he's a boxer.
He's a boxer.
Ring your bell.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. Anything else? Any other?
Oh, probably.
Any other grand humors that we missed? I mean, that's the most important part.
If you have any more excellent clock jokes, now is the time.
No, I will save them for the most inopportune moment.
Let's give him some hands.
I like how you did that with one arm short on the other. You did this.
One arm shorter than the other.
Yeah.
I get it, Chef.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
I see,
I
I
get
see.
it.
Sorry, it took
Don't
me a
worry.
second.
I picked up what you put down.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys. All these jokes might get me ticked. All right. So let's talk about this week. So you all have been in with Sheriff Glessig, and she just revealed to you this bit of information. It's getting late in the day when someone comes to the door. I don't know if it's a knock or if it's a
Or TikTok? Or
No, I just walk right in. Like,
yeah.
yo, man, what's up? I'm here. You need me? You needed me? You called for me. I'm here.
I'm sorry. Who? Tully, right?
Yes. I got, like, the summons to show up.
Oh,
I'm here.
the mayor
Ready.
has sent Tully to help me out. Oh, good.
No, we're not correct.
Oh, good. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, it's going to take me a second to get back into remembering how any of these voices are.
Yeah, when they're not Gabagool, it's hard to keep track.
Apologies. I thought there was the same page going on between you.
No, yeah,
I can just go and let you do your thing. And wait
the mayor did tell me that you would be that she was looking for someone to help. I didn't realize that she had found someone. I'm glad she found someone who's known to be so so bold in the face of danger.
Do I know who Tully is?
So describe for us what they see.
You see a middle-aged halfling woman. She is very stocky. She has big bushy brown hair that's like corralled into a bun, kinda. It's mostly in a bun.
It's up.
She has just like a plain dress, standard villager fare. Has a very nice like dainty apron. It's got some stains. It's well used, reddish brown stains.
Well, but they would have surely known your fare.
Oh yes, right. Probably marinara sauce stain. She's like well known throughout the town for like peak quality marinara sauce recipe. Family secret. Wins every like competition they have in with like the cooking things. I don't know what they. It's like you get like a competition going with all the local moms, and you just like put out your best dish. Marinara sauce, man. No one beats it. So probably marinara sauce stains. She's got a frying pan in her, like a very large frying pan in her hand. Like kind of like a wok size thing. It's a thick boy. She's just kind of, and she just hanging
maybe
on
a two-handed frying pan.
One-handed, like just kind of nervously fiddling with it. Kind of clinks it into the. Whoops, sorry about that. The chair nearby.
Like dents the chair.
But I can fix it. And the frying pan also has some stuff on the bottom of it. Maybe marinara sauce, I don't know. And on her back she has a kind of shield.
But it's
a
actually a
little
bigger pan.
That's where my head went.
It's the lid for the frying pan.
It might have a handle on the back for like shield or maybe like a soup pan lid, but she's got a little leather thing. It's slung on her back.
It's attached.
It's good.
Did you bring
and
the Mrs. Lovett of marinara sauce into our party?
It's multi-purpose.
It's Tully. Hi.
And what's the what's maybe like I don't know if they would have heard necessarily.
Toss cobble.
Well, so what's been going on that Tully has been selected for this prestigious role of helping the sheriff?
I just get to like make stuff up.
No, the so what's been going on is as the
Did you
monster attacks have been increasing.
Do you know what these monsters are? We never talked about what the monsters actually are.
Oh, it's just like the
It's just
stuff.
like dogs?
No, it's there's just like huge beasts out in the
beasts,
world.
okay.
Giant fishies, huge
I
spiders,
just don't want to
mega
like make
lizards.
up like
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Big beef.
Pick a giant
so-
version of any animal, it's probably real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am
Like,
I like effectively
any-
like giving like an interview? Like, hey, you got recommendations?
I thought you might want to share with the group. So as the monster attacks on the town and just this sort of general commotion on the town has been increasing, Tully has been leading a on one particularly bad sort of monster attack. Tully there is a monster that sort of got in close to her home.
Oh, it was going straight for my bags. Plowed through all my tomato plants. I was pissed. And going straight for my girl, and I just grabbed a frying pan and smacked it in through the neighbor's window. Living room, it's fine. They were fine. Monster was dead. And just God grabbed a couple of their mom. You know, husbands are off doing fish and stuff, so we just went to town and kept smacking stuff. Not everyone had as good a frying pan as me, but we made it work. We made it work.
Blessing, what's happening here?
What did it look like?
I'm trying to remember. Did we have
Furry. It was kind of smushed afterwards.
It looks like roadkill.
Very furry.
Indistinguishable fur creature.
About as big as me. I'm like 3 feet tall.
Was this in the most recent attack, or just something that happened a little bit back?
Not necessarily the most recent attack.
No, I've been at this for a little bit.
Okay.
At this for a little bit.
Just playing beast ping pong with her flying pan.
No, that implies that the team had a chance, Lenny.
I'm trying to remember if we had I thought I had a name. The Friars.
The Friars, yes.
The Friars.
This is the only half
It's sort of the casually named pseudo militia that's almost formed up of citizens, mostly moms. You know, there's probably like one dad in there, like just a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Who's been helping to defend the town. You know, whenever it starts to get a little more overrun, they come out with just whatever tools they have on hand to, you know, smack a beastie. And Tully has been leading the charge on them, and so has been recruited by the mayor. So you probably have like a letter from the mayor to sort of formalize it, and Glessig would take it from you and just maybe wipe off a little bit of marinara that would have gone on it. Just yeah, okay. Yeah, no, well, I can't say I'm not glad to have help. Been plenty busy here, and you've certainly done plenty to help out the town. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I have stuff that I could, some stuff that I could give to you, but
Do I know who these people are?
you would probably recognize.
Definitely us.
At least me.
Yeah.
There's not many 7.5 foot tall Goliaths that live in Corette.
Yeah. So what does she see?
You see a 7.5 foot tall. So there's not a ton of Goliaths around, but he's lean by Goliath standards. But he's like 7.5 foot tall, gray dude with a big gray or like gray blue skin with the full gray beard, shaved head, wearing some old. Looks like old military armor, but like any insignia and stuff's kind of like faded or worn off. But yeah, he's got a sword and a couple of hand axes, and yeah, it's just a really huge dude. His name is Reese.
Reese?
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you again, Reese.
Totally.
Okay.
Well, they say totally in this fantasy world. Cool.
No, I said Tully.
Tully! Oh! That's me!
I wasn't saying we picked it up from Jordan,
Totally.
but never mind. You said Tully. I am playing looking like Patrick Rothfuss.
Actually,
I don't know
though.
who that is. Oh, he's fun.
So I'm like a male human, obviously, late 30s, just balding on top, big beard covered in like piecemeal pieces of leather. You've probably seen me around town doing odd jobs, but not as many as him. I'm like a leather worker, tanner, skinner, hunter, sort of deal. And I use a gun. I have a rifle on my back, and My name is Drent Alberson.
Also, I definitely have a mohawk. It's just been a while since I've thought about what I look
really?
like. Yeah. Or
That was not
not
my
like a
head
super
kid.
thin
Yeah.
mohawk, but like the
like buzz
the
mohawk?
shaved on the sides.
Sure.
Kind of like
Okay.
that sort of mohawk.
You were describing
very
a character?
Norse-ish. Yeah, no,
I was
just
looking at the character and
forgot.
been like, we have the exact same hairstyle.
We're brothers.
We're just, yeah.
Do you have a beard?
I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we said beer. Like, wait a minute, this is
I
me.
also did not realize that.
Yeah,
but it's
I-
fine.
It's on the
I
mini
think
that I made
I think
forever
in my
ago.
head you were just the
excuse
stock
me?
image of the Goliath in the D&D Beyond manual.
That's fair.
Which
Yeah.
is how I always think of every like race. It's just what's the image in there? Okay, great.
Yeah. And so I'm a younger human, very well dressed, all black, kind of have like a black like coat on, not so much a cloak. Looks like I would be, potentially in some degree of like the mayor's office, which is accurate because I'm the mayor's aide. You may have seen me like around her at times, but we specifically might not have interacted. When she has stuff that she wants to get figured out or done, you probably see me like going through town, very much like with like a brisk pace and a smile, but like very much intent whenever I'm going. Don't really dawdle from place to place. So you probably at least know who I am.
The town is not so small that you're like well acquainted with everyone, but small enough that you recognize everyone that's sort of out and about. So especially like Drent, who's like the mayor's aide, would almost certainly
Well, Jag.
sorry.
You got
I got promoted, yeah.
Wait, no! What? How does that happen?
And then you've definitely heard people talking about Jordan.
Jordan.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
kind of like, I imagine like a local celebrity, like.
He's like the
He's
town crazy
crazy.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
the town crazy person, but also he's invented
Oh. Okay.
some like really cool stuff, and the more he invents, the more people are like, okay, maybe he's crazy, but like he's got a point.
But he's useful.
But he's on to something.
Yeah, like he's made a headlamp. He's made well, he says it's a food purifier, but like no one can be certain, right? Like I mean, none of the food he touches makes you sick, so.
Also, he talks about these imaginary things called germs that that it gets rid of supposedly.
Yeah. And then he has this like spinning gyroscope just on his head, which is my favorite part. Just like in case you weren't sure if he was a crazy person, he just has this like spinning gyroscope thing.
I did not actually remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan can correct me if I'm wrong.
I filtered it out. That's what happened.
Yeah.
I've-
All right. With that, but I mean, if well, I guess if you all could use your hand in cracking the case.
We can decide what we're doing next.
This is why?
That actually, you know
Wait,
what?
no.
You guys are leaving, right? You guys
What? Hold on.
can absolutely.
hold on.
I think
Let
that's
me-
a great
let me see this.
idea.
Let me
I'm
see
going
this.
solo.
No,
Wait,
no,
wait,
it says
Let
the
me-
mayor even the
listen,
mayor the
listen.
mayor actually says
Listen,
she
listen,
like
let me
slides
see.
it into her drawer. It's like
This is
the mayor
very unorthodox.
actually
That would go
says
through
PTA mom
without
/
a-
leader of the neighborhood watch gets assigned to assist the auxiliary police on a mission. And I love
So
I'm level 3, baby.
we just talked about
yeah.
the Bancors. They're kind of the
Yeah.
problem right now.
Yeah, this
and,
has
you know,
been
we
an
need to
ongoing
be
process,
pretty-
Jack.
We need to be pretty quiet.
This has been an ongoing
we
process.
need to be pretty quiet.
Yeah.
and
I
very
can totally be
discreet.
quiet.
Very discreet.
Yep.
About what's.
No one's gonna
Listen,
suspect the mom,
I'm not
huh?
sure that.
we good at
Just
I
take him.
actually-
You could take him a
you
jar of the
know,
marinara sauce.
all I'm
Like
saying-
here's some marinara
Listen.
sauce.
You've tasted it, right?
What?
No, I haven't. But
You haven't
listen,
tasted a marinara
surely,
sauce?
surely a woman of her talents has something else you could
You-
assign.
Are you
her.
saying that she doesn't belong out of the kitchen? Is that what you're saying right now?
Are you saying that?
Just you said a woman of
I'm
her
pretty
talent.
sure
She's
that
pretty
you just
well
said
known
her-
for her cooking.
I'm pretty sure she's well known for her ability to beat the snot out of the beast that attacked the tower.
I agree, and I think she'd be a wonderful addition to your group.
Oh, so you want us to beat the
Thank
snot
you.
out of the Bancors? That will be
I want you to
duly
beat
noted.
the snot out
No,
of whoever
that will be
stole.
duly noted in my report to the
The
mayor.
sheriff just said we could beat the shit out of the
She
Vantours.
did. Well, she said Tully could do it.
Better. We can,
So
We
who
just
are
hold
these
them.
people?
She did.
we can sell tickets.
You would definitely know the Bancors. So the Bancors are there's not many like very wealthy
Bankers,
families,
but O-U-R.
very wealthy people in town. Banchor.
Seriously, Bancors?
I don't remember how I spelled it, but I'm okay. I'm just leaving.
I'm not changing this.
Tully's not great spelling.
Yeah, you would absolutely know them. They're
These are the rich people.
yeah.
Why are we beating up?
You're
local
well.
rich
Hopefully
people?
you're
The
not.
sheriff told us to.
The sheriff.
We have a direct order.
Yeah.
No,
I think he either said
I mean, I will.
I mean,
they're a little too snobby for my taste, but like.
he either said, or she either said, "You belong in the kitchen," or "We're beating up the Vantours." It's one of the two.
That's true. Both things came from Glessig's mouth.
It's true.
Okay, great.
So, I guess that's how it's gonna be. Thanks, Glessig. It's always a pleasure.
Next time, I'm just gonna send you up to go negotiate with the tribe, and whatever happens up there happens.
I
It's
offer.
the Carrot Top tribe.
Yes, the tribe above Carrot. Always wearing green.
What do you need? Sorry,
They've been
Sheriff.
We need to catch her up.
they've
a bit, I
been
think.
they've been trying to find who robbed Day Fortan a few nights back, and they've been figuring it out. They found these two. She points back at the two in the jail. These two were the bandits that actually stole the goods, but they found evidence that there was someone who contracted them to actually do the stealing. And well, there's evidence that it might be someone with the Bancors, I guess. As weird as that sounds.
Not really, but
Were they the people who got stolen from?
Nah, it was Day Fortan.
there is neighbor.
So there's two rich people. In
There's
town.
like three.
There's. Sorry.
You know, I just had an excellent idea. Know who could use a conversation with Tully? Luby. Luby could use a conversation with Tully.
Tully's not going to have a conversation with Luvi.
Why not? This is part of the investigation.
I'm
Are you
really
going
not.
to interrupt the investigation?
In
by
this case, I
preventing-
am going to prevent
Oh.
you from attempting to injure.
I'm not. Are you suggesting that Tully is only capable of violence and not a conversation?
Not at
I
all.
mean,
I'm insulted on your behalf.
That I believe.
just to clarify, to this point, I've only smacked like furry, monster, scaly things with the front. I'm not like.
Yeah,
I don't just smack
Yeah.
people.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm a mom, okay?
Exactly.
I know. I don't.
So she would absolutely
You
be able to
don't hit
reach
your
into.
kids.
She
I
could.
don't hit my kids with a frying pan.
Listen,
I
she
cook
could
delicious
pull
food
on
for
the
them in my frying
heartstrings.
pan.
Luvi lost from his family.
Yeah, see, I'm worried that you
Has
hope that
no-
that's literal, though.
Luvi lost from his family. He has no connection to his mother and father. His grandmother estranged from him. But if Tully had an opportunity with her motherly instincts to speak with Luvi, perhaps he would come clear.
She can talk to him. Sure.
Oh, but you just said she couldn't.
She just
No,
can't go
but-
in there.
I didn't say she was going into the cell.
Oh, I thought you did.
Wait, where's Louie?
Luvi, he's in the
Luvi.
cell over
He's just
there.
in the back there.
Louie, what have you done? I imagine I know Louie.
Probably at least would like recognize. He's been gone for a while. Like,
But if you have a kid, he might be around the same
Yeah.
age
How old
as...
is he?
I don't know. He's probably about he's a few years older than your oldest. But like, I could see them having like maybe
What- and
maybe
what
he's
does
like
Scooby
maybe
do?
he's like
still
eight-
mandatory.
he's the
No, like
he-
his family.
so all you know is that his grandma is the grandma, there's like generations, but grandma is the like sort of general store owner in town that has these really nice has some baked goods, just a very lovable old woman.
Okay.
Eglin.
Eglin.
Louvie.
Shalinpada. Yeah, if you call back to Louvie, Louvie still has a bandage over his one eye. He's had some. He's been bandaged up and everything, but he's still looking pretty rough. And he's just like,
Okay.
"Hey, Tully."
Hi, Louvie. Who stabbed you?
Everyone
just
in the room
looks-
just points to Jag.
Everyone's head turns to Jag, and Jag almost certainly says, "I told him I was gonna do it."
That's stuff.
We'll
Yep.
revisit that. Why did Jag stab you, Louvie?
This will be great. Pistachio?
I didn't want to tell him stuff he asked me.
Why didn't you want to tell him stuff he asked you?
Have you talked to Jag before?
I have. I get it a little bit, but like, you've talked to Jag before, right? Like with the stabbing, like what?
He asked me who had the coin, who hired me.
Mm.
I said I did it all myself.
Mm.
Said not to worry about anyone else.
Mm.
But he was also lying.
You really want to keep doing this, like stealing thing? This is your thing. You're really committing
look,
to this.
I'd really rather not.
Steal or not have like this conversation right now.
Yes.
Both.
Both. Very, very distinctly both. Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
They, I just somewhat disagree with what the Sergi are doing. One thing led to another, and I had a difficult time staying here, staying anywhere I went. There are a few other that just were not being taken care of well in society, and we did what we had to survive.
Who wasn't he happy with?
The Serche Art, it's the governing body.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so a reminder for Kevin.
Yeah.
Our two things are like we kind of wanted to sneak into place, but the other assignment is going where?
No, just that. Just figure out who has the coin.
Oh, okay.
Was
Gotcha.
the request.
There-
Dave Fortan promised you pretty nice extra reward, and the mayor is very... So there's a lot of stuff going on out and about and sort of everywhere. But the mayor is mostly concerned about making sure that any crime that is happening within the walls, especially like between two people, is solved, and there's no precedent that this sort of thing is let go. Like, it's one thing to have monsters and beasts coming in and attacking the walls and breaking in. That's one thing, but
Yeah,
people
Tully's got
going
that.
after each other is...
On lock.
Nice try.
Plus 50 gold, by the way.
Okay.
So there's this coin.
55.
What is this coin? It's like a coin, like a single coin. It's
just
missing.
like an ancient
It's an ancient
coin,
coin.
evidently.
It's from.
It's important.
We haven't seen it.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
it's I guess, one of Desfortin's family's heirlooms. They found it when they were breaking ground on his estate.
Dave. Okay. So Dave's missing his coin. And
Fitting right in.
Yep,
she is.
Welcome to the team.
and we care why.
We care because Desfortin cares.
Okay.
And because it's clear that someone else is involved in robbing someone in town here. And if someone's about that, we
And
need
it's not
to...
just Luby. We know this. What?
He had a letter that like contracted him.
And it requested 2 pieces of the loot,
Specifically.
and those 2 pieces of loot are missing.
Honestly, you would think
Somebody
that
would just break a loot like that.
you would think that somebody trying to interfere with tracking down who's responsible might be on the suspect list as well.
Crazy how that works. 2.
Yes.
Just to her face.
She has the key.
She has
The tongue-in-cheek comment.
the key to
Towards
delicious
blessing.
marinara sauce.
The key that disappeared before you got here.
She just ignores it.
Okay. So there's a coin
And the clock.
And a clock.
and a clock.
Those are the 2 things.
Is Dave's clock too?
They were both. Yeah.
It was
all
owned-
Of it is Day 14.
Okay.
It was owned by him, but it was originally made by the clock dad.
Yeah, clock that.
Clock Dad and Clock Mom.
All right.
They work together.
I just.
What's their real name?
I don't. I actually know that.
Bancor.
Banco.
Bowel.
Oh. Okay.
Bowel.
Clock.
Baule is how I believe his name is.
Wait,
spelled.
we did know his name?
The dad, Clock Dad is Baule, right?
Yeah, you know his name.
Bowels. Boule. Boule.
Auli
Bancor.
Okay.
Clock dad.
So Dave's worried about his clock and his coin, even though we've got monsters
Correct.
against bashing their faces against our walls.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Priorities. Great. And
It could be said this is class
need
warfare.
to investigate. We don't have the things.
Uh-huh.
We're just trying to figure
They've
out.
gone missing. This lead
Well, we have most of the
Luby.
things. We found most of them.
found most of them. Fabulous. Luby, do you know who took the clock and the coin?
I mean, I took it.
And who took it from you?
No one.
But why don't you have it?
I don't have it anymore.
This is why he got stabbed in the eye.
See, this is why. Here's why I want you to talk to him. I'm just,
It's just,
this is
hey,
sort of
Farva,
validation.
pull out a knife, be like, oh.
This is just
All right,
validation.
Luby. All right. Why won't you? Is there like something worse than stabbing going to happen to you?
I find it very hard to believe
We,
that Camilla is going to hurt you more.
We
How
think
can
there's
it hurt me?
correct me if I'm wrong, but we think that there's a love interest involved
Oh
with
yeah,
Luby.
Likely.
for sure.
But if
It's Canilla. They
Right.
were sitting here talking and getting all like
Right, yeah,
dreamy
that.
eyed.
it's the clock daughter. And we're
That's where you imagine that you have more than one eye.
I'll also say that for better or worse, Luvi over here protects his own. So big part of why he's not talking, I'm assuming. Love or not.
Right. I guess I should have had.
No,
Can-
it's Luby.
So Luby. So far, it's looking like you tell us deets, or we make a trip on over to Canilla's house. Do you want us to do that? Do you want to make it easier for us?
If you want to go to the Bancors, you can go to the Bancors.
Isn't he so great? He's my favorite.
That's sarcasm.
Can I get a read on like, as he reacting and all? Is he like, how much is he bluffing?
Yeah, go ahead
Insight
and
check.
make
Is it
an
actually
insight
This
check.
is where you scream insight check.
It's not, but
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Plus.
He only has one eye, so she has better. He's more insight.
All-
than she
9.
is.
all of the bluffing has to come out of one eye.
Yeah, he's more
That's twice
insight.
as much like ability to recognize it. What is
9.
it? 9.
Yeah.
You don't get any. You don't get any read. You don't. You can't
My
tell
kids
if
haven't reached
he's lying
this
or
age
anything.
yet. I don't know, man. It's very apparent when they're like being shifty when they're like 11.
Right.
Did you wash your hands after you go to the bathroom? Uh-huh.
How does she know?
Well, let's move on from this time sink.
Luby, I'll be back and we'll have a heart to heart about this. Life choices not going great so far, young man.
Yeah, no, that I recognize.
Self-awareness. Good job, young man.
How old is Luby?
What?
How old is Luby? He's a dwarf, by the way.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah. He.
I don't think I'm
I know like what life stage Luby is in. I do not remember like with him being a dwarf. What I'm putting at.
I asked a complicated question on accident.
Yeah. 28.
Just wait till we.
I don't know. I got him. I beat him. He's a young man.
Amazing.
So instead of asking Luby to describe something that he has seen very infrequently, it would have been reasonable for us to get a description of what the coin specifically looked like and the clock from day 410, right?
Yeah, especially the last like
The last
when
time
you
we talked to him.
yeah when you first set out, probably not. It's just
Yeah.
one of many items. Last time you talked, for sure.
Okay. I didn't want to deal with either going to his place again and being like, hey, can you describe this before we break into your neighbor's house and try and find this thing?
What'd you say? I said. Just like all the Bancors are like out the window, like.
So,
Uh.
how like integrated with the town are the Bancors? Like, are they like they're in their little bubble and never talk to us, or
No, it's
for like local potluck where there might be a competition about who's got the best marinara sauce? Do they like stroll on by?
oh, they would definitely
Fish
come on by.
stromboli.
Pasmir doesn't necessarily cook, and neither does Baul anymore.
Imagine they're rich. They might have a chef,
They have a butler.
butler.
Pasmir's clock mom.
Okay.
Yeah, Pasmir is clock mom. Baul is clock dad.
Baul, that's right. It's Raoul, but with an E
Yeah,
at the end
yeah.
and a B at the beginning.
And no R.
Raoul.
Braul.
Ooh.
But yeah, they would come by. They're not the town is not so like insulated there. So like the rich people, like the three most wealthy people of the city sort of live like next to each other, but it's not like way down the street like off, like it's a whole walled-in city, and so it's all pretty contained, and it's a pretty small town. So even in terms of like
I'd probably run into like their butler at the general store.
yeah, and I mean you would run into them walking around and
Yeah.
stuff. Because I mean even in terms of like, you know, once you look at the people that live in like the capital city of Bantor, they are, you know, they're not like the most wealthy people in the country or anything like that. They're just rich people in town. These two, the Bancors specifically, are a line of horologists. Their family has made clocks for generations, so they're very good. And so at some level, everyone just respects them as like good artisans of their trade. They're probably the best horologists in the country.
Till the Fire Nation attacked.
So
But the trade is doomed because their daughter cannot continue to make clocks. Do they have any other kids?
No.
The trade is doomed.
Let's say taking Jordan.
I mean, she doesn't need legs to make clocks.
She's like very frail, period.
She does fiddle
True,
though.
clocks only need arms.
She said she stopped making clocks.
Did she stop making clocks? Or
She doesn't make
keep
clocks
making-
anymore.
She can play the
Yeah,
fiddle, but she
train
can't
is
make a
dead.
clock?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Wow.
ridiculous.
She
isn't
sticks
it?
to watches.
Well, it's because I mean she's frail, but that just means her fingers are skinnier to hit the fiddle strings.
Wow, it's perfect. Okay.
Well, what time of day is it?
It's
It's
morning, right?
into the evening.
It's in the evening,
It's not
obviously.
morning. Yeah, we did a lot today.
Yeah.
Well, when we were near, and we might have to go walk over there again. It's fine. When we were near the Bancour's place, when we were at, excuse me. I mean, I went into it actually. When we were around it, did they have any sort of like compound the way that like Day 410 had? Do their windows seem like they're just panes, or do they seem like they open? Do I remember any of those details?
Yeah, so their windows seemed like they open. Their house is also no, their house is 2 stories. The ones that you saw at least look like they open.
Do they have a fence?
Bless.
Yeah, they would have a fence.
Is
Out
it
back.
sharp on top?
Sharp at the top.
You don't remember.
Can I burrow under?
Hey man, you have never taken damage from a fence.
It's true.
That's true. I don't know what you're scared of.
There was one of the first sessions in this campaign.
It was the first session.
The first session, Kevin's character Reese tried to hop over a fence. It had some jagged points at the top, and he took some damage. And being a level 1 character, it was going
Too
to be
much.
over half his health.
Near lethal.
Thankfully, he's a Goliath, and he could just decide to not be hurt by that.
Anyone else would have been almost dead.
Yep.
I think he had like 10 HP, and it did like 6 damage or something.
Yeah. Started with 11.
It's like, oh my god, he's bleeding out! He's bleeding out!
Oh, never mind, he flexed, he's fine.
Doesn't hurt.
Look at me, I'm not stabbed.
Just a flesh wound.
Yep.
Well. Okay.
Let's get some grub. Let's wait till after dark. And head over there.
So
I can do
everybody-
grub. Y'all want to come over to my place?
I have an.
I kind of do.
I do. And I have an idea. What if? We'll talk over dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do we need anything else from the share?
No.
I
Wait,
just-
what are we
Clearly-
supposed to do?
We're
gonna try and find
She's
the-
not helpful. We'll figure it out.
Sanctioned breaking into these people's houses.
And you're allowed to beat
Yeah.
them to a pulp by the sound of it.
Just you, though.
I mean,
we
do
hold them
it-
still.
Casimir, she's always so complimentary about the marinara.
It is good marinara.
I haven't had it.
You're gonna
Miss
have
it
it.
out.
Apparently.
All right, so you all go, and as you go, you pass familiar sights of people sort of closing up shop for the day, heading home. Everyone started to grab dinner. You smell
Okay.
the smells of dinner starting to cook all around. The mixing of smells. You pass a few of the hearers of the word, helping people carry some
Totally
stuff
just
home and just
Stares
chatting with
them
people.
the crap down.
as you do, they just sort of smile and wave.
Who are you staring down?
The
Weird
hearers of the word.
tie-dye freaks.
Oh, the cult.
Weirdo
Oh,
tie-dye
it's not
freaks.
like that.
Yeah, especially they would have almost certainly. Yeah, especially if Maggie seems. I picture Maggie to be a pretty social.
Mags, my youngest.
yeah, to be pretty kind of social.
She's adorable 5-year-old, yeah.
Yeah. At some point they would have been like over just like chatting with her, like playing with each other,
She
and
shut that down
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
fast.
Like,
so. Yeah.
why does everybody hate these people? What?
They're creepy and they're talking to my daughter. I don't like them.
It's pretty creepy.
And that's everybody they're doing that with.
Well, they haven't talked to me.
They talk to my June. I have a 16-year-old June. No, I had words with them. They know better. They know better than to approach my girls. Little creeps.
You're not a girl. That's probably why.
Thank you for that.
Well, you two have been pretty well tucked away.
We
so
we
far.
know like none of this because
Oh,
like
fair.
We
We-
were out of town, and then when we got back, they were in town.
Yeah.
And then you guys have been in the sheriff's
Yeah,
office for like
guarding
2
the
days.
You've been
jail.
watching
Like
the jail
2
cell.
days straight.
Meanwhile, Jordan and Jag have been
Jordan,
hearing all this.
Jordan did get somewhat recruited.
Okay.
You see-
And
I think that was the end of the last session I was at.
Yeah.
And I tailed my cousin on the way home and overheard their conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't hit a person yet with this frying pan, but I know who my first target will be when it comes to it.
I could put some. I
Be
have some,
careful, Jay.
I have some like furry hides back home. I can throw
I
it
don't
on
think
somebody,
tie-dye suits me.
and then it'll fit right in with everything else you put.
So, as you go, the day cooling, and the sun going down, you arrive at Tully's home.
La Casa Tos Cobble.
Are the ceilings short?
It's a very small house.
No.
It's a halfling family.
Good luck.
Amazing.
It's like you're visiting
We
Yoda.
have a patio. We have a patio. Just,
Oh,
just
okay.
get back out there.
Visiting Yoda, except Luke is 7.5 years tall.
Andy, Milo, get the chairs and tables outside.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I got him out. Ghosts just scurry
Roscoe,
around.
where's your father? We got guests. We got guests. Tully just flies into the kitchen, cooking up a storm.
Does some like marinara?
I also kind of imagine you just had like a pot of marinara, like
Oh, it's
Going.
simmering. It's
Always.
Yeah.
It's perpetual.
the Everpot.
It's got to simmer all day to get all the flavors together.
Decanter
get
of
'em-
endless marinara.
And when you run low, you just add more.
we keep taking sauce out of it, and it never seems to go down.
It's just like this is like a little pipe from the garden, just like with tomatoes, just constantly like doop, doop, doop. Into the pot.
The plant just like growing into your house, and you're just boom, boom, boom.
Until that creature
Amazing.
ran through it.
And I'll like lean inside because we're outside, and I'll yell into Tully.
Just shove like a stack of plates in your face. Here, take this.
Can you make sure? I have an idea. This is heavy. Can you make sure
We're all very bulky and strong halflings.
to make a little bit extra for dinner tonight? Because I have a plan.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Awesome.
Plenty of marinara to go wrong.
Awesome. Lovely. I carry out the dishes.
So there are 4 halfling kiddos. There's 2 teens, an older boy, a younger daughter, Andy and June, and then a tween, 11-year-old. That's what they call 11-year-olds, or not quite yet. Pre-tween.
It's
Milo.
Mihraen, you can call him whatever you want.
Yeah.
True.
My little tween Milo, and then sweet little Mags just trotting out with like a fork, and then back inside, and then like a second fork.
Love it. Yeah, so you set up and start eating dinner. Right as you start, a little young boy walks up, probably 8, just sort of like muddy and dirt caked, and you would kind of recognize him. He would just walk up, Miss Tully, do you have any extra again?
Yeah, sure, sweetheart.
My mom and dad don't have a whole lot for dinner tonight.
Sure. Did you bring your Tupperware?
Yeah, I got my little container.
Yep. Bring it. And she just ladles up like to the brim
Yeah.
with marinara from the never-ending pot of marinara.
Thank
Oh, here, couple rolls for you guys too.
thank you, Miss Tully. I
Uh-huh.
appreciate it. And he just runs off.
Say hi to your mom for me. She's now Southern.
It happens to everybody.
Look, once one person in the town is Southern,
Everyone.
it's really weird if not everyone is Southern.
You
Why
beat
do
your
people
last
who've
hog.
grown up in the same town have different accents? I don't know. So now they're all
Because they're
Southern.
from different places.
Most of them aren't, though.
I know.
Well, I'm from.
We're in the boonies.
2 of them.
I'm
One of them is from far off so far, and you probably don't remember them.
Wait, who? What?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I missed what you said.
I said one of them. I think one person you've met so far has talked about how they were from, like, not Corette or Bantor.
Yeah, Jordan.
I mean, isn't he though?
No.
That weird Ohio
So,
accent.
so I just have a random like guy just quietly eating marinara with a spinning gyroscope on his head. in my
There's no
house.
way he's quiet.
Yeah, he
Okay.
Yeah.
So he would pester you the entire time about the recipe
Yeah.
that you would
Probably.
clearly
He'd
not
be like,
give
we have
away.
marinara
Listen.
where I come from.
Yeah.
Listen, you a Tosco?
What?
Your last name
No,
Tosco?
I'm not a toss couple. But so where we come from, we have this thing
Nope.
called basil. Do you guys have basil here? I haven't found any basil. Is it that's what we use? I just wonder, do you use a different, like, this tastes so different.
I know. Y'all want my recipe. You'll have to beat me some other way, okay? You can't just like get the secret to beat me. You gotta make your own secret to beat me. Get out of here! Out! Here, take some salad. Get out of there.
He takes it and he, like, walks to the other side of the thing and, like, just starts eating, so he's still within earshot of you guys. You were wanting to talk about something.
I mean, we'll eat dinner. I'm not gonna announce it to children.
Yeah,
Okay.
so wait till
I'm not
the
gonna announce the
Wait till the
plan
kids are
to
gone.
break into somebody's house with teenage children and a 5-year-old around. It's be like, so my mommy broke into the bank course.
Hey man,
No.
look, Maggie has a +12 to stealth. Is all I'm saying. Well,
Listen,
5-year-old,
Yeah,
no
Max,
one notices
If
her.
we need a distraction, a 5-year-old temper tantrum is pretty good.
Performance check out the roof.
My skinny knife is gone.
That
All
just
right.
made-
Mags?
That just made my.
Where's your gun?
Max, I told you not to be. I've told you a million times.
That thing does not have a safety.
So
Yeah, but sometimes it jams. That's basically the same thing.
Meanwhile, one of them playing with a flail. A flail big enough for a
I mean, they
Goliath.
can't
I
even
was
lift
just
it.
like entranced, staring at all of you, like the biggest eyes, just like especially you. 'Cause
Oh
you're
yeah.
so big.
So you all finish dinner. You have the kids start cleaning up.
Ross
and
goes to Champ and shuffles them off to bed.
you get a little bit of privacy.
great. So we're gonna have to look for some way to break into
Mom, can you tuck me in?
Ask your dad.
I got it. Don't worry.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Uh,
this. But
Wait, so we're really doing that?
how else are we gonna do?
I don't know. I thought we were just.
I just here's our warrant. We'll just walk. I mean, no, that was specifically
I
the
thought you were
one
just
thing I couldn't-
saying that to get Luby to talk. I didn't really.
No,
It's fine. It's a good idea.
No. So her bedroom's got to be on the second floor, right? Canilla's.
I would assume so.
That seems like a very irresponsible place to put her bed.
Oh wait.
Did you not see her chair walk upstairs?
I
downstairs?
did. I did not. and
Reese
yet,
would've. Reese
and
would've.
yet it feels like a valid comment nonetheless.
It had no. I was quick. It was fast. I'd never seen anything like it. But that's besides the point. Maybe she's on the first floor. Valid. But regardless, we need to go over there. We need to figure out where her room is. My two assumptions, and these are absolutely just jumping ahead on making up my own narrative that suits me, is that potentially she got the clock back as one of the last pieces her dad made. He's been going a little. So, she could have got it back to maybe try and get the gears turning in his head again, show him something. So, wherever he's at might be where the clock is at. My assumption is because she is very interested in history and whatever that dig that's going on in Bantour is, she's probably got the coin close at hand. So my assumption is that there's probably two reasonable places to look. Wherever Baul would be, or his workshop, and wherever Canilla's room is.
Has anyone seen a bowel the last couple of years, or are we just taking in a rumor that he's...
No, you've seen him, and it's been just the last few months that he started deteriorating.
Okay.
So,
Well, that makes sense to me, Jag.
so my thought is Tully brings over a nice big serving of
What will she bring, though?
her marinara.
Oh,
of course.
It's my one thing.
And
I brought you a salad.
and
Like
under
just
the,
red sauce all around your mouth.
I ate the marinara on the way over.
under the under the guise of it being, she heard about what had happened with Canilla's old friend, so she wanted to come and bring this as sort of like condolences because of that's Luby.
Movie.
It's her old flame.
I see.
Mm-hmm. So Tully can come over under the pretense of bringing some sort of, condolences, some sort of support for the hard times they're going through. I don't know. I have a lot of confidence in your ability to be very heartwarming. Not in my own.
Well,
So,
thank you, I think.
listen, your family was lovely.
They're real sweet.
Yes, absolutely. And I was considering, based off of, I forget who mentioned it. Now, hear me out.
Mm.
Is one of your kids particularly rambunctious? How much encouragement would they need for when you got there to go sprinting into the banquer's house like a child that's off the rails running around?
What time of day is it?
It's night.
It's after dinner. You just told your husband to put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
You want me to wake my 5-year-old up?
Listen, this is just well, all the more reason for
You
that.
don't have children.
No, of course not.
Once you wake them up, they do not go back to bed.
That sounds like the perfect distraction to run through somebody else's house.
Exactly what we need.
I am not jeopardizing my child's bedtime routine. She'll be off her routine for weeks. We won't sleep.
2 gold.
Oh, please,
5
sir.
gold.
2 gold. 2 gold, he says.
Measly gold.
Measly?
Even a pot of
We
marinara.
literally talked about.
I think 5 gold is
5 gold is 5% of my net worth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't actually have a frame of reference for money.
yeah.
That marinara must sell.
It's the weird thing about like once you start adventuring in D&D, gold becomes is very easy to come by. But for the average worker, I think it's like, what is it? Is it 1 gold or 5 gold is a day's labor?
It was a silver or something.
I think it's a gold is a day's labor. I think we thought it was a silver and then
No,
found out that
I'm
it
a
was
good
gold.
mom. I will not sell my child.
Well, I'm certainly not asking you to do that.
Child services. We
All right.
have maybe child labor laws. Probably don't have child labor
No.
laws.
Definitely.
Not laws, but
She's
Yeah,
fine.
we have laws.
That's fine.
I mean, you can have
that
child
part was
labor
just-
agreements.
That was just an extra idea. The main thing to make your life a little bit easier.
If we go back in the day,
Nope. The nighttime
it
is
has
way
to
too.
be at night.
It's way too convenient. Well, I guess people would be out of the house during the day, but it's too easy to be caught, breaking into somebody's house if you do it during the day.
I could find a lot more excuses to chat someone up during the day. It's not. Who just shows up with marinara? For
It's not
condolences.
that-
Arguably
far
just
back.
you.
I was like,
That's
who
like
shows
Julie,
up
that's
with
who-
marinara?
It's Tully.
At like 9 at night. Like,
It's not that late. It's around dinner time. We just ate dinner.
It's like 7.
Bring them some of your famed dessert marinara.
If only
Let's
someone
leave
had
this
a
to-
clock.
Yeah, we can whip into a meringue.
Dessert marinara.
Because that would work.
Well, if you don't want to come tonight, that's fine. But I'm going to at least look for a way to break into their house and find the stolen clock and coin.
if y'all think the marinara would be helpful, I'm happy to bring a pot.
It's a good way to it's a good way to draw people from inside the house to the door.
I think the
I
Mariner's
can be
always
an
helpful.
obnoxious intruder into the house. I can just. I don't exactly.
Pot is just really hot, and you've got gloves, and you'll put it down inside the house for him, so she doesn't have to take it.
Oh, and me and what's the butler's name? Me and
Chives.
Bertrand.
Oh, Degear.
Degear. Me and Degear.
I like it.
It's the first thing that came
I like
to
the
my
effort.
I can see why.
brain. Wait, what was his name again?
Degear.
Degear. Me and Degear go way back. We were always chatting up at the, maybe, I don't know,
Yeah, sure.
Farmer's market.
general store. I could chat the breeze with him for a bit.
He works the basil stand.
Also, there is basil.
Can Jordan come back over here? I don't want to yell, so he has to hear the whole plan.
Yeah, get back.
Okay.
I just sent him to like.
What were we talking about?
Oh, good. We could also have Jordan go with her and talk about how he wanted to talk about his gadgets and clocks. And...
I could actually just talk to them about
propose
clocks.
That he can go be like, oh yeah, I was interested in something about gears, and then just be like.
But especially the wheelchair, because you were very interested in that, weren't you?
Oh, I would love to get a look, but I mean, I don't know about just looking at her wheelchair.
No, that's what you want to look at right now. Yep.
I
No,
don't.
Yep.
I.
All right, great, sweet, Jordan, good stuff. Yes, that's how it probably would have went.
So how do we pair?
I feel like that was respectable to
I think so.
what Jordan would have done.
That's respectable for what I would have done if
Yep.
Jordan was
Yeah.
So I'm going to their house with a pot of marinara and this weirdo,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
Honey, you got a weird
I'm
thingy bobber on your head.
Not that
It
weird.
changes the effect. It changes what would have happened into something that is better that didn't actually happen.
It's weird. And it spins, and it's very distracting when you're trying to have a conversation with you. Like, I can't look at you in the eye because there's movement above your head.
I feel like we're getting a little, off track and be a little over dramatic with this distraction. Perhaps a rock through the window.
I was thinking of like
Good old fashioned.
No, pot of marinara, little kid, and crazy person. Let's go. It's the trifecta.
And then a rock goes through the window. They're not gonna know what to do.
I was also thinking like
Yes, but people suspect foul play if a rock goes through your window.
Exactly. A goose would do it.
They don't suspect foul play if
Totally shows up.
Chickens had nothing to do with
if
it.
the master marinara artist and the town crazy person show up. name a better distraction.
Marinara foul play.
Well, I
I
suppose
sense
he
a
could
chicken
just kind of be
parmesan.
following me, badgering me about, what was
Yes.
it, basil, and then excitedly wander in. That seems in keeping with this guy. I don't know if they'll let you in.
Okay, speaking of people going places they're not wanted, can we get our hands on a tie-dye tunic for him?
Oh.
Probably not at this hour, unless we beat him. So
I mean,
What?
How much-
well,
do you
actually, he
like
was a
your
little
cousin?
off of it. I mean, I wouldn't say no to a tie-dye tunic.
I can get you a tie-dye tunic. I can beat those people.
I don't think that's necessary. Did we not just say that this was starting to get more complicated?
I mean from
Well, if we're gonna keep it complicated, I wanted to participate.
All right, so I
valid.
bring the marinara, and I want to see Canilla.
Yeah.
And if she invites me up to her room, then what?
Well, I hope that's not going to happen because I'm intending on us being in there while you are distracting them.
wait, but why would Canilla open the door if she?
She's not going to open the door.
The butler's gonna open the door.
Correct.
So you asked to see Canilla.
I don't even know if
Yeah, no, I think the move's probably ask to see Canilla, and then you just strike up some small talk conversation about
I
Luffy.
feel like it would make more sense to move into a visiting parlor if maybe it was earlier in the day.
Listen, you can do. I'm gonna break in tonight. That's going to happen. I'm not saying that you have to participate. I'm saying that is what's happening
I'm just
tonight.
throwing out options.
If it doesn't work out, we could go again tomorrow. That's fine.
But if it doesn't work out and they catch you breaking in,
Who said they're gonna catch me?
We
No one's
are
gonna
the
catch me.
police.
feel like maybe they wouldn't be as happy to have visitors in it. I don't know.
I'm not gonna get caught.
Listen, it's
Who
not a
plans
bad
to get
idea.
caught?
What would be the colloquial way to describe a ding-dong ditch in a place without doorbells?
But just
A
matter if it
knock-knock
just pulls, if it just pulls the butler.
Knock, knock, nope.
So I have this idea for a tremendous prank.
Well, if we're not on board for the marinara plan,
I'll show them
That-
marinara.
no,
I
it's
just
fine.
question.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
there might
fine.
be some holes in this plan. We can try
there's
marinara.
always holes in every plan. You just have to fill them with creativity.
I can bring
Or
one pot
rocks.
of marinara tonight,
Or
and
create
then
more
I can
with
just
rocks.
bring more tomorrow.
I was like, they see anyone that's not you out there, they're gonna suspect us anyway. So, dealing with those gets seen. Maybe not. Probably not even Jordan.
Are there street lights? Are there street lamps?
Some people would have torches outside of their house. There's not like electric street lights.
Maybe, maybe
Is it kind of known that Jordan is hanging with you guys?
Tragically.
Yeah,
Probably
maybe,
by
maybe,
now.
Maybe.
by now, yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, he was talking to a lot of people at the bar.
Actually, you're right. Yes, it is known.
It was your express idea to make
Yes,
it known.
that is true.
It was a side effect of our plan.
More and more people are learning.
Yeah, that is true.
I could check some of my traps and see if there's any badger or something. if
We should make this less complicated. Let me see if I have a badger.
I mean, if you're in there and you're running interference and we need some more time, I set a badger at the front door.
I mean, I was gonna
You know
say,
what?
if we could capture a skunk and just unleash it in that house,
I mean,
that seems
You
like
know
a
what?
pretty
There's a bunch of
sensible
kobolds
This,
there.
plan.
this
Really
sounds
really
this
well.
sounds very reasonable. Everybody can go to bed. Don't worry, we'll go tomorrow morning.
I don't even need to roll an insight check.
I'm not even trying.
I mean, I'm just gonna stay outside. And
You want to choose to fail?
We might want to bring some bowls for the dogs. That way they're distracted too.
Oh yeah, I got a
Dog.
I got a meat sauce. I can
Beautiful.
Yeah, make sure she brings the dogs downstairs to have a snack.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Jack has the free reign.
I'm very happy you thought of that because I totally forgot about this.
Was it like
She's
ponds and
sneaking in the second floor window.
dogs?
Oh hi.
Just both dogs staring straight at you.
Gear?
Yeah, I think so.
Pumpkin gear.
So we do it. Is
So,
plan
all right.
marinara in effect?
All right, I'm going in solo with the marinara.
All right.
Yeah, but
Is this
all
the
you have to do
plan?
is talk to people. So,
Alright.
I mean,
yeah.
we'll be
That's
around
fair.
if things go sideways, but
I will
Who's
hand.
gonna- Are they gonna attack the lady bringing the marinara? The clock
No.
people attack.
no.
They
When,
just sick their dogs.
when the butler catches you in the room, that's when things go sideways.
But
That's
she
when
has
the rocks start
affiliation
flying.
with me.
Well,
No, thankfully.
yep,
All right. Plan marinara. Engage.
All right.
I'll get this.
I will find a non-lethal sized rock that I'm real confident I could break a glass window with.
You find one just sitting next to your foot.
Cool. I would like to find a second one because
Yep.
I'm probably gonna miss the first one.
You have to walk 5 steps, but you find another one.
I'm exhausted. I can't do it anymore.
Sorry, guys.
I imagine I would kind of have some rapport with Canilla because she's wheelchair bound.
She would know you, and not be
Good idea.
averse to you.
Okay.
But
you
she's
know
not
other people in town's friends, moms, kind
she's
of thing.
Yeah.
she's not super sociable
Okay.
in general.
Are there dog whistles in Mihraen? Can I try and find a dog whistle?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a
This be something I grab on the way over.
roll. So I'm thinking you Drent wouldn't have one,
I would imagine I probably wouldn't. Correct.
and all the shops are closed.
Who wants to sneak into a shop before?
But I have a dog.
Who
Yeah,
wants
that's
to
fair.
break into a shop to steal a dog whistle to bring to the...
We've got meat sauce. The dogs will be fine.
Yeah. That's
The
fine.
only shop that has a dog whistle, you would actually need a crowbar to break into, and the crowbar store is closed too. So
What about the lock?
I have a sword.
You don't get. We not. I thought you guys were the police while you're breaking into people's stores.
Just borrowing.
I'm
stuff.
not the police. I just want to make
Excuse
that
me,
clear.
we are commandeering this crowbar for police purposes.
But first, we have to commandeer this lockpick so we can get into the crowbar store.
Alright, we're walking.
Yep.
all right, I have to go to the bathroom, so we're gonna go on break for a little bit.
Me
Just
too.
in time. It's okay. We'll be very mission oriented when we come back.
We
I
won't.
believe.
You won't.
We will. No, we will.
back.
Excuse me, my lord. Now I need to watch that.
All right. So y'all were heading over to Bancor's.
Marinara in hand.
With a CH.
And a badger.
And 2 rocks. Reese is large and not sneaky and has resigned himself into being distraction plan B.
Sure.
Alright, my rotund invader. Let's do this.
I'm coming with you?
Somebody's got to, if the windows are too high for me to reach, somebody's got to launch me.
Oh, I can alley-oop you.
Alright, perfect.
Okay.
So
I mean, I actually wouldn't be bad at either one of those things, but...
So actually, I'll hand you the rocks. And also, you have a gun, so, you know,
Oh, yeah.
however you want to smash the window is fine.
Sweet, I prefer this anyway.
Throw the gun at him.
No. Set the gun on the ground, pull out the crossbow, throw the crossbow at the window.
I mean, can't you guys just like get a warrant?
That occurred to me as well, but it's way funnier not doing that.
I have this thought as I've left you guys. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, what?
What's
What'd you
that?
call that?
A warrant?
You need a judge for that. We have a
Who's
sheriff.
Warren?
It's probably not really a warrant system.
A warrant of
Fair.
rabbits.
Listen, we got the okay of the mayor and the sheriff.
We're not in a nice
Yeah.
democracy here
Our
necessarily.
actions are warranted.
Just trying to wait. Just trying to wait.
All right. So what are we doing exactly?
Great question.
What does everyone do?
The plan is when we get there, Tully is going to try and draw as many people, specifically the dogs, most importantly, realistically here. The dogs and, if possible, Canilla to the foyer or potentially a sitting room if it goes to that. But basically, she's just going to bring them down and have a conversation with them and try and eat up as much of their time as possible, basically. On the other side of things, we are trying to, number one, identify where is Canilla's room, and then after that, get in to the house and try and find either the clock or the coin, ideally both, but, being reasonable about it. If we find one is good enough evidence.
Sure.
We don't necessarily need both things.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I don't have great charisma scores.
Is it negative?
No. 0.
Hey, it's better than mine.
Okay.
0.
Aided by Marinara.
Will you give me advantage for the marinara?
Circumstance
Listen,
bonus
you'll be
plus
fine.
2.
All you gotta do is roll a 20.
Can I also bring some cinnamon rolls?
Sure.
I was going to offer to my guests, but we had these plans.
Oh, carry those.
And
But
I'm
when
a
he-
little salty about the whole recruiting mags thing.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
like,
when he
screw
brought-
you
when he-
guys. I'll just make good use of these.
I love that.
Yeah. Sorry, give me 1 sec here. My OneNote likes to sometimes just not work.
One note, more like no note.
Yeah, that's sort of it.
What?
It says Clark
is-
daughter
what
is allergic to
the butler's name
marinara.
again?
Duggar.
Oh no,
Duggar.
guys.
No, Duggar is from. That's not it.
De Gear.
Yeah.
Alright.
De Gear?
I think De Gear.
Like Digger, but with an accent.
Sure. Whatever gets it pronounced right is
De
pretty
Gear.
much my go-to
Wow.
in general.
Don't let me roll tonight, guys. Cocked.
One of the dogs is the butler. This is
And
Cog
then-
and this is De Gear.
Cog and Gear?
Woof.
Cog and Gear.
Sophisticated.
Cog.
Are they like big dog? Are they as big as Tully?
Whoa.
3 feet?
They wouldn't
5
be.
pounds?
I'm just trying to think of how big a 3-foot dog is. They
That's pretty big.
wait. How heavy are you?
It's like an Irish
I
wolfhound.
think they're like 40
They're big
pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, they're absolutely heavier than you, but they're not as tall as you.
Okay.
But if they were stood up, they would certainly be taller than you.
Totally knows not.
They're think like good sized German Shepherd size.
Mm-hmm. I think,
A little bulkier than that even. They're pretty.
I think they're like as tall as me.
I mean, you're level 3.
Pretty close.
So
Yeah.
You might.
I'm 3 feet.
Yeah.
There's no way you're 40 pounds.
I'm pretty sure that's standard for halflings.
That sounds about right.
That's so.
That seems
tiny.
really light.
That is. I can like.
So
one
you
arm
certainly
go
are
like
heavier
this.
than that. Just
Probably
being
'cause
built
I'm like
the
a-
way you
yeah.
are, you're probably like.
Wait, it's also just the difference.
I got
between
some mom pounds on.
Lord of the Rings film halflings
Here was
and
54.
D&D halflings.
Yeah, sure.
And she was heavy set.
But she's a gnome.
Yeah, there's.
But they're about the same
They're the
size.
same size.
Similar
Yeah.
size.
Really?
Both
Similar.
smalls.
That's a halfling.
I think half is
Yes,
a little
but-
taller,
Okay.
40 and 50 pounds.
So
Okay.
One dog.
you arrive at the. So you walk through the town. You see a few of the restaurants and the bars are, still kind of busy, but overall it's pretty quiet. It's calming down. Most people have turned in for the night, are in their homes, maybe even going to bed. A lot of people get up really early. So once the sun goes down, a lot of people just go to bed. You all make your way over
Digger, what is his name?
Digir.
Digger.
I told you to write it how you can pronounce
D
it.
apostrophe gear.
Yeah. Digir. Or D-A.
Dugger.
G-E-E-E-R.
Okay.
You make your way to the northeastern corner of town. What? And make your way to the estate of the Bancours next to Dave Fortin's estate.
Which window am I throwing this rock in?
Well, do you not necessarily throw any rocks
Yeah,
in windows?
that's only if Tully's distraction is unsuccessful.
Right, but which window if that happens?
Whichever one I don't go through. On the opposite side of the house.
So you're guaranteed going to pick the right window to go to, the right room.
I mean, I'm not going to arbitrarily go into a window.
You're just like in the correct room. You're like, all right, I'm
Tully's
almost
just
there. Picking a
sweating.
lock and a rock just smashes through.
I did! Yes!
Fine. If I need to, I can just smack them. Just muttering to herself. I can just smack them out of the house if I need to. It's fine. It's going to be fine.
Just imagining Tilly knocking. Hey, I'm here with a. And then trying to run up. Now! I think in plain view of everybody.
Okay, what do their windows situation look like? Like, how far off the ground?
They have windows pretty regularly throughout their home. They have a few on the first floor and several on the second floor.
How far off the ground on the first floor?
On the first floor, about 3 feet.
They, I assume, latched on the inside?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're locked on the inside.
Okay. Like, open or slide?
It would be a sort of a
No, got it.
tilting.
That's inconvenient. That's the worst kind of window.
It's an old house.
Does Jordan have any kind of tool or contraption that could, like, I don't know, cut glass? Does he have like bank robber gear where you could just like cool? You just like cut a circle out so I can
Let
reach
me
in.
tell you about my burglar's bag.
So.
Oh,
Jordan,
never
Jordan
mind.
does not.
Okay.
Let me tell you about my burglar's bag.
There's something about actually
What for the
being.
mayor? Why do you have a
There's something about
He
being
picked
next
it
to the
up
house
on
and
the
suddenly
way
like,
here.
what if we snuck it?
Um,
We cut our way into this
I have a
building.
question.
Mm-hmm.
How long do I need to keep these people distracted
As
for?
long as humanly possible.
Okay.
As long as halflingly possible.
Thank you.
Okay.
Like 3 minutes will probably be enough.
Well. Okay. We'll see how it goes.
And at the
Try.
very least, just pretend to be really interested in the dogs, I guess.
Oh, and also, she wants to go. Here's the thought. She wants to go to the dig site in Bantour, but her parents are not super hot on it. So, if you get into that topic a little bit, you could say, "Oh, do you want me to talk to your mom about maybe giving you permission to go to Bantour to look at this dig site?" You know, what I'm saying, like
Your husband's a fisherman. Why do I know about this dig site?
Well, you heard the
It's town
crazy
gossip.
guy talking about it.
You know, Trent, it'll be pretty funny if just none of them are home.
It'll be
The house is just empty tonight.
Oh wait, isn't tonight the night of the Chiefs
As you walk
Festival?
over there, you see some lights on inside.
Okay.
The butler's home.
I forget lights on in my house.
Are we like stealthily
You
plotting?
probably don't if they're torches.
Maybe or.
I-
Oh, we're
Ideally-
definitely not trying to advertise
Okay.
this.
We're not standing outside the door being like, okay, so here's what you bring.
Which window do I throw this through?
I have a crowbar.
Camilla!
I start practicing, just like,
All right.
Is there a chimney?
Does everyone
not
know
going
that
in.
like?
Aw, dang.
So it is common knowledge in the town that Canilla and Luby have a thing, even though she's the daughter of a rich guy and he's a
Definitely not
bandit.
common knowledge. Arguably, it's not knowledge.
yeah, we don't know. We don't know for sure.
It
We
is-
just-
it
Why am I
is-
going to this woman's house again?
to bring her. Oh
Well, you
right.
know
To
that
bring
she-
the marinara.
Oh, but her dad's not doing well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go that route.
Yeah, her dad's not doing well, and she went to visit Luby at the prison.
She did go to visit
And
Luby
it's
at the
not
prison.
exactly sneaky, her going through town in her
Mhm.
wheelchair with her two big dogs.
Okay.
It's kind of an entourage type of thing.
But like, people
Dog
wouldn't
dog.
necessarily assume. They're not like, oh, Canilla went to the
So
prison.
they would. The only reason, if anybody saw the dog sitting out there, the only reason that they would think that she was going to visit is because previously the night before, Jordan told everybody in the town. And I tell you, he told everyone
This is-
about how we captured.
He got very
Luby
drunk at a bar.
And how we got Luby. Luby's the one. I'm saying it like this because he repeated it many times in the bar about how Luby was the one who did it, and we caught him, and we knew.
To be fair, this was our plan though.
It was the
Yeah.
plan.
Okay.
Yes.
We were like,
Very
Jordan, go to the
intentional.
bar and
So-
go tell everyone we
I
did.
So if
see.
Canilla went to the sheriff's office, it's not a very far step to be like, oh, she was visiting Luby. In fact, it's the first step.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the dad route rather than the Luby route. But we'll see.
Keep it in your back
Deal.
pocket just in case.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, just to confirm, her dad is basically like bedridden.
He's still functioning, but he has been sort of like onsets of dementia.
Okay. And then her mom is fine. There.
Yeah.
chilling?
She's
Okay.
an elf.
She's an elf.
Before, don't go up to the door until we at least have a little bit of an idea of which window we're going for.
Okay, don't get caught.
So what kind of window are you looking for?
Right now I'm trying to see into the
Is there an
house
open
whatsoever.
window?
I mean,
They
yeah.
don't have air conditioning.
Is there an open
Is there an
window?
open window?
Is there any window you can see through? You say you can see light
Wait,
coming out of it. Can we see into any of
Wouldn't-
the rooms?
couldn't
Period.
Dave Hurton just know whose room it is? He lives across the street from him,
I mean, we could ask him.
and he's interested in helping us.
So there are windows that you can see in.
Yeah.
There's a window towards the. One sec, let me. Make sure I don't shoot myself in the foot down the road here.
This is really ominous. Just breaking
It's
into
gonna
the,
go great.
We're just breaking into the clockmaker's house.
Time's up.
Oh yeah, I think this was the underground because it was really cheerful and.
We're breaking into the serial killer clockmaker's house, I guess.
The gear.
The gear. I'm telling you, write it phonetically. It's the move.
Dig ear.
I always go with the phonetic route if it seems like it's gonna be a problem.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I
so
thought I
there
would know
are.
the accent, but no.
So facing the front of the house, you see windows. You see a light. You see light pouring out of the from the front right side of the house.
Okay. Can I see into any of the windows still?
Do you want? So it's on the side. So you'd have to walk around the side. Do you want to do that?
Sure. I won't be. Can I not see through any of the other windows otherwise?
Oh, you can. Yeah. Do you want to? So there's 2 windows. There's 2 main windows in front. Do you want to look into those?
I mean, I'd rather not approach from the front necessarily. Any window on the side or back of the house that has any ability to look into it.
Yeah. So that was the first one I told you about.
The lit up one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or do you want to look into a dark one?
Sure, the lit up one. That's
Okay.
fine.
Go ahead and make a stealth check, assuming that you're trying not to get caught.
I mean, am I not allowed to be walking? I mean, sure.
I mean, so you're going up to their house and now you're walking around the side, right?
10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
Just pretend you're walking to Dave Fortan's place.
I am.
Easy peasy.
I'm just walking that direction.
So,
Yeah. No?
so
Where is Dave Fortan's place? Where's the front of their house? You said, alright,
Dave Fortan's place?
hold on. This is their house. You said a light here is on. Yes or no?
So if you are here.
So that's now the back of the house. I draw it front towards you.
Oh, front towards me.
Yes.
So the light is on here.
Dave Fortan's is here.
Dave Fortan's is.
Yeah, so one could say I was walking in that direction.
So okay, so you're not. So you're trying to get like a look at it from like out here, not necessarily like walking over.
I mean,
and
if I was
peeking
passing in between their houses.
There's no road here.
Okay.
The road goes like that.
So there, what's here?
Empty space.
What's here?
That's like going into their backyard,
Okay.
and then the.
I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah.
what this neighborhood looks like. Is
Yeah,
this like
sorry.
up against a wall?
Sorry,
Like,
I still
is
have.
it super unreasonable for me to walk this direction at all?
I still have in my head the map I drew last time because I've reviewed the materials far more than you have. So I forgot that you guys just haven't seen the map set up for a while. So yeah, let me.
Yeah, those tents have been there for a while.
They have been there for a while.
So I'll start this with a.
MLEO 0. Still trying to find you in the wild.
It's
I'm gonna
been
draw
4 years.
It's been too long, man. It's so good. I only get it at Wendy's or Five Guys.
It's still available there at least.
Well, it's through the machines where you can do the
Yeah.
infinite mixes.
Oh, actual, not infinite.
Hey, Drent, you want to get stabbed?
Club soda with powder.
What, your axes?
I have a sword
Okay.
and a flail and 2 axes and a shield. Yeah, and actually for this little heist thing, on the off chance that I'm going to have to alley-oop him up to the 2nd floor, I don't have my flail, but I do have my shield on my back.
Sweet. I can move this if this is in the way. I can also move me if me is
Brought-
in the way.
Can we get
Very limited
that
numbers
line
of
wiped off?
This line?
Yeah.
Smaller
Like
stature
this whole
folk.
thing, I just had to
The
shift
top
it.
of it.
Yeah.
Because I just moved and I didn't know you were going to be a halfling.
It's all good.
Be Vera.
I guess this is
Could be
also
Vera. Could just do Vera.
3 dwarves and 1 gnome.
Oh, almost died.
It's fine. Just be this mind player.
Oh, I like that.
So I'll complete the rest of the house as you kind of explore.
Sure.
So the light you see is coming out of windows here and here.
Sure.
There's a road. So if this is the front of the house and the house is sort of like this,
Mm-hmm.
Dave Fortan's estate. It's like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a road that comes in and sort of cul-de-sacs around here.
Yep.
Just be made of swords.
And there's like some grass here, and there's grass along here, and that goes back pretty far. But there's not necessarily like a house with a road up to it here. There'd be the wall to the city, like.
So they're nearly up against the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's you. If you
no
want to
reason
walk
to go.
back here, it would look kind of weird. But you could sort of walk along this road and get a more distant.
That's what I
angle.
kind of want to do.
Sure.
Because I don't want to. I'd rather not stick my face into a lit up window and make it really obvious. I'm kind of just trying to get a like bypasser walking past, see anything in there to get an idea of being like, oh, that room's the parlor, or oh, that's clearly Canilla's room, just sitting there.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Doomed dice for sure. Oh, not horrible. Not great. Perception, huh? 14.
14. Yeah. So looking in there, you see. You see a just a warm, well-lit room that looks just kind of like a leisure room. You see a small bookcase and a few tables in the back, and just in the corner of the window, you can see what looks like Pasmir sitting in a chair, reading a book by lamplight with an electric lamp emitting light next to her. As you watch a little bit, you also see Degir just walking by, bring her what looks like a drink, and then walks away.
Okay.
Now?
No. Alright, so.
Mariner's getting cold.
I
Hurry
know.
up.
Alright, so should we just have her go to the door, and wherever Canilla comes from, when she comes to the door, we go to that direction in the house?
How are we gonna see where she came from?
Through, I don't know if the window actually is. You know.
So
what?
there's two windows in the front, but they look into two room, and they look into two rooms, but the two rooms look fairly small and contained.
All right.
It's not like looking into a hallway or anything.
All right. Well, I know Pasmir's on that side, so we're going this side of the house. I point over to side further away from Desfortans. I guess back corner, opposite corner of where it's lit up.
Makes sense to me.
So, Reese and I are going in.
I'm going. I'm
You
going. I'm
go-
going.
go for it.
I'm going.
You-
I'll walk up to the door.
Break the back right window.
Now?
No. If you see her come out and you don't get a signal from me, break the back right window. Got it?
Alright, got it.
And we head to the back left.
Hello.
Okay, so you're heading back,
Back left.
back like so back here.
To whatever
Okay,
window's back there.
and Drent is going back that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my.
So let me draw the rest of this
Minnesota.
real quick. Oh, gee, there. Or at least just the outline, really, so you guys have a sense of what you're seeing.
Oh, hello. Here's my marinara.
This, if you're thinking, okay, why didn't you draw that map out when we were on break? I would say, well, you know, because some of us make mistakes.
Amber alert. Small child missing along with giant vat of marinara.
My first thought was the bags. I'm like, oh no! She in there already? She's in the house? How did you get ahead of us?
So I look to the window.
Just,
Hi, Mom!
just that trope of like the kid ends up everywhere somehow.
Get out of there!
I found the coin.
I ain't watching her at home anymore as much. Her siblings are in school.
Look, you were leaving her at the mayor. No one said the mayor was qualified to watch a child.
Yeah, I dearly hope that I leave you all with a small child that just pops up at random points. We can just like go to the mayor like.
You need to put the groundwork for that right away for that to be set up.
Oh, I already texted him. Just like, can I leave my child at the sheriff's office?
There is
The
a
mayor's
child.
office?
There is a child at the mayor's office.
Oh no.
It's gonna be great when we need to fight over all different parts of the house.
The mayor did say don't take out anybody's eyes. You didn't say anything about killing their pets.
No. Didn't even say anything about killing him.
Yeah, that's true. Just don't take their eyes.
Expected us to know. Like, what? How ridiculous is that?
So I'm coming around this side. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Admittedly, we
And
all
so
did
I tried to do it so
moral gravity
the
of killing bandits.
rectangles are the doors and the slanty lines are big windows. It's like here's a big window, here's a big window, here's a window.
Big window, small window.
These are big windows. And then these are big windows.
It's a fancy looking map. I can't like see details, but I can see there's colors. Trying to decide like what ominous message I could write on the rock, but anything I think of would just point them probably to us. So trying not to write anything.
Jordan's been kidnapped by the Demogorgon in IKEA.
Wait there. That's good. That's a good start. We can fill out rooms as necessary.
So I go into the front.
Snap, where's Jordan? He's coming with us. Jordan's coming with us. You know he would.
Oh, so Jordan is not going with her.
No, that would be a total giveaway. Because they know he's with us.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess Jordan's coming with me and Reese. Unless we want him to go with.
So after
Here, actually, he can go with you so that you can take some artistic liberty if you decide that you're gonna go into that.
The door opens and you see the, well, for you, eye level height of Digir.
Oh, he's a little boy too.
He's a gnome.
He's a gnome. Digir, hi. How's it going?
Mr. Stully, it's so nice to see you.
Hi, I know.
Oh, it smells wonderful.
I know it's late.
Is that your marinara?
It is my marinara.
Is this me?
I've been
guess.
thinking of you guys.
I mean,
With just all the stuff going on with
Yeah.
Beowulf. Beowulf?
Ah,
Is that his name?
Master Bancor, yes.
Yeah. And I just figured I wanted to stop by and bring some marinara and maybe, yeah, I know it's late, but I was hoping to just kind of just visit a little bit, just kind of see how you guys were doing.
Oh no.
Well, I thank you for stopping by. Go ahead and make a deception or performance check, whichever one you would like.
Persuasion?
I was gonna put up persuasion as a reasonable because she
They are-
is.
I'll allow deception or persuasion.
Eagle. Okay.
It's probably less performance, but I'm also guessing it might not make.
I'm going with persuasion.
Okay.
They're equally bad.
Come on.
8.
8. I thank you for. Oh, actually, roll it at advantage. You have
Marinara power.
brought the marinara. You all have yeah.
And cinnamon. Oh, and I said. Before you say another word, cinnamon rolls.
Oh, triple advantage?
Triple DM inspiration.
Triple advantage.
Yeah, I got us one more.
9.
9! Is 9 the total?
Yeah. Plus 0, baby.
Is this Jordan?
I guess.
Oh, they smell
Fresh
wonderful.
baked.
I thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And they might have to wait for tomorrow. The master and the mistress are turning in for the night there.
Right. I don't know what I was thinking. I just been so busy with the
I do
with the
appreciate it.
raids.
I myself might snack on one a bit after they've gone to bed.
Please, they don't need to know how many I brought.
Well, how are they ever going to eat so many? I thank you so much. And yes, the raids have been going. They seem so troubling. But you and the other moms throughout the town have been so heroic lately.
Oh, thank you. How have you been? Did you?
So as the conversation continues, he'll hang out and chat with you.
I got one.
What would the rest of you like to do?
I mean, I'm breaking into whatever. Is that window
Oh.
open? Or
Could I sorry if you want to come back. I was thinking could I broach like try to get the dogs?
We'll wait a minute.
Okay.
on that. So the windows around back here are not open.
All right.
You do notice. What was your perception again? You
From
rolled
the street,
earlier.
that was 14.
14. Yeah. So with that, you would notice as you walk around, there is a window at the. At the above you at the corner that's open, but it's probably 12 feet up, and again, it's sort of slanted open.
Oh, lovely.
Jag, I am 7.5 feet tall.
I mean, we can make it happen.
Are you guys over? Wait, are you on this side?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was thinking that was Jordan.
No.
Okay.
No, Jordan's the drunkard over here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Jordan actively telling everyone that he's with us. Hey!
Is that so? What do I see in the windows directly in front of?
So
Recently?
directly in front of you.
I imagine you're mega hunched over because it's very hard for you not to be in window vision if they're only 3 feet off the ground.
Well, so it's dark back there.
Sure.
So back there it's dark, and you just see a sort of a nice, luxurious sitting room with some blue-colored, blue and red tapestries adorning the wall, and a nice, polished wood coffee table in the middle, but you don't notice anyone in there.
No one's in there by the look of it. Do we want to peek in here and see if there's anything useful, or should we just go? I just looked up.
They have no way of knowing that I'm utterly failing at my mission. Okay.
In the
Take a look at that one.
the up one.
Yep.
In the scope of
Well, how-
our planning.
How loud are you being?
That's what I was gonna say.
I guess I was being pretty loud because I'm trying to draw.
You
Yeah.
you hear someone around
Yeah.
the corner from that distance.
Yeah, if you're because it's late, and so for those reasons you might try to be quiet. But if you're trying to be loud, they could,
Dig ears and I'm like ah.
yeah, and
How you been?
Degir just continues to talk quietly, but he doesn't even necessarily try to shush you.
Okay.
He probably knows that that's not even worth trying. So you would hear that she is still outside talking to Degir and trying fervently to get others, but it's still just her and Degir.
And I feel like the part of the plan would have been you would really loudly say goodbye when you were forced to have to leave. I think that makes sense
Sure.
that they would have talked about
Sure.
that.
Some kind of sign.
Well, and
Sweating
you
profusely
and
at this point, like it's not working. Oh no.
and Dren, I'm sure you can hear that. So, like, he'll have whatever say he wants to chuck a rock at a window. I guess.
Now?
Anyways, you're gonna chuck a jag at a window. That's what's gonna happen here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about
let's
it.
try
You're really
and
not that heavy.
let's try it. Fortunately, you are also extremely strong. So I like get ready. I like do the like bounce and then
Yep,
run to jump as he pushes up.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a pair of athletics acrobatics. I said a pair and then I made them different.
Okay.
17.
Almost bad, but instead 10.
Almost bad, but instead 10.
I mean, it went
I
from
like
the
it.
1 to the 7, so it could have been a very quick
Just
into
throw you into the side of the
Oh
house.
my god.
A little too far out and not enough up.
All right, yeah. So Reese, you launch him really well, and you take a good running start. Step into his hands and slip just a little bit. And so as he tosses you up, you're a little off kilter, but you still manage to grab the top ledge of the window, and it takes you a little bit. It's clumsier than you'd like, but you're able to make it up there.
What do I see in
So-
the window?
So as you look in the window,
Stare at you.
What?
Whoa, sorry.
so when you put your second hand up, Maw just bites it. No.
It's coming with me. I fall out the window.
So as you get up there, you notice that there's actually like a lamp lit that's very, very soft. Something like a nightlight. You couldn't necessarily make it out from downstairs. But once you get up here, you notice that it's what looks like a really large, nice bedroom with silk bedding and like a canopy over the bed. But it looks big enough that you probably assume that it's the master. Yeah.
Oh, no Pasmirs downstairs. Do I see Baul up there?
Looking in there, you don't see anyone. Looks like the lights on, but no one's in the room.
Well, if I don't see anybody in, I'm climbing in.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I've just been rolling all single digits tonight, so it's continuing. 7.
7. Is that a 2?
Yep.
Whew.
It's all single digits so far.
Oh boy, this is going so well.
It's great.
So how are your parents?
As a hyper conspicuous individual,
Yeah.
my job here is done.
Yeah.
And I am just going down the lane and I'm walking away.
Okay. Are you like gone?
I'm at least getting out of like direct line of sight to any windows, but like I'm gonna hang close enough that if a real ruckus starts, I could probably hear it still.
Okay. Give me a
Casual check.
stealth or performance.
Let me tell you how bad both of those are.
Yeah.
Stealth is ever so slightly better, I suppose. 17.
Okay.
Better than me. The sneaky giant man.
I mean, you can. There's not really like. There's no.
I'm just playing it cool. I'm just a 7.5 foot tall guy.
Meanwhile, the sneaky dude. Ah, crap! I kicked the side of the bed. Oh.
There's just Legos all over the floor.
Do I hear anything from the front door?
Give me a perception check.
I'm good at this.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Woo! All right.
3.
Okay. And
Guess
then
so.
so we are
Got mom
still
powers, so
using.
perception's good.
We are still using the playtest rules where if you roll in that 20, you get inspiration. So you are now inspired and can choose to take advantage on a future roll. You have to do so ahead of time,
Okay.
but
Yep.
you can do that.
Like before I rolled the first one?
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So with that, you don't hear anything.
Okay.
Not from the front door here.
Okay.
You do see, so inside, it's not. Once Digier opens the door, some light pours out from the front door. There's not really any windows or anything on this front door.
So I just had an idea that we should have done a long time ago.
I was like,
Do
light
it.
pours out the front door, and he's just like,
Way
oh
too late.
I'll do
no.
it.
I guess I'm going to the mayor. Sorry, bye guys.
So as you look in, you
That warrant?
don't see anyone
Blueprints.
else in there. You just see Dagir. Behind him, you see a staircase that is going upstairs, and the staircase sort of starts and then wraps around, and the wall just like directly in front and behind him, you see a large oil painting with a very regal figure on it. But you don't hear anything, and you don't see anyone else.
So I'm just, with a natural 20, I just got a really good vibe of like the decor of the house. Amazing, I love
So
it.
you would recognize.
That's how it
the,
always works. It's just
No, this is great. This is
You roll,
great.
you roll 20s on things that aren't very.
really don't matter.
Or when you need to sneak through a house, you roll a 7. Now I'm gonna try and look at like the titles of books, and he's gonna be like, roll a perception check. It'll be a natural 20. It'll be like, oh, you know every book on this shelf.
Hey man, don't joke about the books I put on these shelves, okay?
All written by
Kevin. Yep.
Sorry, 1 second here.
No.
Did I not?
I check for invisible
At
traps.
least Dagir hasn't heard anything either. If I didn't hear anything.
Dagir hasn't heard anything coming from up the stairs.
That's the stairs.
Ah, the butler of the people who make the gears for the gods.
Oh boy.
So I think some of my notes from earlier have not,
Synced.
just like aren't here. I
Means
put some in and I'm looking for them and they're just nowhere to be
It'd be
found.
great if like there's just a coin.
It's just like there's a change dish near the front door next to where people keep their keys and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Just a coin you got over there, Dagir. Mind if I take a quick close look?
So you
So can I?
you
what
would
is-
you would recognize the figure in the painting as you would recognize the figure in the painting as Ardon Bantor, like
City
the
mentor.
the city was named after.
How'd you get carrot from our door?
There's a city called Bantor. That's
The capital city of Firthane is Bantor, and the painting hanging up in the center of their sort of main hall is of Ardon Bantor, who the city was named after.
Distinct from Bangkor, what people were breaking into.
There's a CH in that one.
And paint boy. Okay.
You're a door.
And there's a yeah. No.
I might you probably want to get back to Jags now.
Yeah, so we can go back to Jag. Unless Drent, we haven't talked about you and Jordan. Are you guys doing anything? Are you just chilling?
We're trying to just lay low on the outside of the house. See if there's any lamplight, dim or otherwise, that we can see from this side.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
18.
Okay. And give me one for Jordan as well.
Sounds about right.
Done that one.
Oh!
All right.
The distraction is real.
It's
Listen,
perfect.
he's gonna help me.
The worst that can happen is
I
Jordan
love
gets
that because,
in
like,
jail.
oh man, just like with the lore that Jordan is in this town, just
Yeah.
like finding him in your back bush or something is so
Jordan, your light's on. Your light. Turn your
I
light
feel
off.
like he actually
What?
just gets really impatient, and like decides that he's like, I'm gonna try this one. Try this window.
Either that, or it's just like no, I don't want to be here. Like this is like freaking me out. I don't want to be like, I don't want to just sit here.
Don't.
At this point, he's definitely more on board. Like he was.
Yeah,
like,
that's
he was
fair,
like, he
that's
was like,
fair.
you know what, Luby? I don't care what happens. Like
Yeah.
he got to that point.
No, that's
So-
fair.
So he's probably more of the impatient, like Kevin was saying, where he might be like getting up next to a window and like fiddling with it, seeing if he could just open it.
Is there a door back here at all?
Oh, you know,
there-
And he would just like try and like.
there
pick
is.
it.
You know what he tries to do?
What?
He has this invention he's been trying out, and he's like, no, I can like this will automatically pick it, and he just like turns on and just.
It's just a freaking power drill at the back door.
He quickly turns it off, and he's like, that was so much quieter in the shop.
I'm like, okay, it's good idea. Roll.
Like, have you ever hired a locksmith to like pick a lock? They have like motorized lock picks, and they're loud.
With my nat 20, do I hear this?
You probably you hear like, but even from out here, it is still kind of faint. Like it's
Okay.
not
Okay.
it's not incredibly loud, but you do hear like a.
More sweating.
All right, well, we threw a rock now.
And
That's-
Dagir sort
at
of
the
perks
window.
up and like looks back, and looks a little concerned, but
Is
but he.
that Andon Bonjour?
Oh, our Dawn. Yes,
Yes,
it's
Ardon.
our Dawn
I always get the names mixed
and
up.
Tor. Yes,
Too
the
many hits to the brain, you know.
There
The-
are fumes that get to you.
the town doesn't always do its best at teaching everyone history.
It's true. This is true. So true. Schools these days.
So upstairs, you start making your way through. Do you? What do you do now that you're in their room?
I mean, I'll do a quick like case of the room, see if I see any
Dog whistles.
clock
or-
that dog whistles. Yes, actually,
Yeah.
or clock that looks anything like the one he described.
Yeah, go ahead and we'll do. Give me an investigation check.
These aren't great. 13.
13?
Yep.
Yeah, so as you look around, you find a fair amount of like just valuables and decor, right? And you do find
Good.
actually a fairly banal clock that's hanging on their wall. It doesn't look very fancy. It looks like pretty in terms of what you've seen them make, because you've seen some very impressive pieces from them. A pretty trivial clock hanging on the wall there.
Clock.
Um,
I'm taking it.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. No, not right now. I'm not gonna sneak around on this.
Clink, clink,
As
clink.
if I need anything else.
Ding,
dong,
Did
dong.
James roll a 7?
I was about to say, I rolled 7, so I'm not as sneaky as I thought. I'm not deliberately sabotaging myself.
I would
not gonna
love
impose disadvantage on yourself like that.
I would love to do a player. They're holding a clock. Thing goes off.
That was exact. I'm like, I'm not touching this thing. Top of the hour.
Oh, did I not mention it's a cuckoo clock?
Okay, so if that's the only thing of note within the room,
Yeah.
I will.
You
douse-
distinctly don't find. I will very intentionally tell you
Yeah.
if you find a coin or a clock matching the
Yeah.
description you got. Right.
I will douse the light before I try and exit the room.
Okay.
So it was on and you're
Blow out
going
a
to turn
light
it
bulb.
off.
Oh, right. These are like-
Oh.
That's funny.
Bum 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 bum.
Try to pinch it, like do the thing where you pinch the wick. I try to pinch it, just shatter the light.
That's one way to do it.
Yes.
Huh, must be the wind.
Okay. So you douse the light and you open and you find yourself in a
Very slowly open. Like I'm not just like, hello.
yeah sure.
Bonjour. It's to me.
But it is so I am just taking your stealth check for the exploration.
Sure. That's very unfortunate. For
Yeah,
me.
sorry. So as you open the door, you don't hear anything, and you do listen at the door first, I assume too, right? Like you're not
Yeah.
just
You ear the door.
You're
That
you
I-
put your ear to the door,
Your door.
and
That's
not
how-
hearing
that's
anything.
How the other guys lost theirs.
You open it, and it's dark up here except for the light coming in from upstairs or from downstairs.
Does the door squeak at all when I open it, or is it smooth?
No, it's smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you are out, and there's a hallway.
Open
There's-
outward or inward?
What?
Open outward or inward? It matters. That's just
It
one of those
would
things.
open inward.
to the room.
Yeah.
Generally.
I feel like
It's one of those times where I'm like,
I don't
How
know
do
if this
doors
matters,
work?
but
Like,
also I should-
anytime you're
Generally,
walking out-
bedroom doors open
go
inward,
yeah, like most doors open into the room.
Yep.
Except closets.
Right.
Yeah.
Closets. Yeah.
closets are a type of demon.
Because you don't want it to go into the closet.
Unless it's my kitchen pantry. Anyway, it opens inward.
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
don't
so
want it
you
to
see
block doorways.
So you see a large hallway that's sort of open to the downstairs, and you now very clearly hear the conversation. You can even hear Degir talk, and you very clearly hear Tully. And you see there are as you go down, as you would go down this hall, you would see
Yeah.
2 doors on your left and one in the front. Or one in front of you, sort of
Like,
opposite and adjacent.
Yeah.
Did you
Symmetric.
did you see how they're teaching math these days? Like, what the crap?
It's like raise an eyebrow and like.
More sweat.
Yeah.
He has no opinions on the math, but he talks about the Bancor's opinions
Okay.
on the math because they care deeply about how math is taught.
I mean, they would.
Honestly, if I wouldn't have done this, I definitely would have, like, for what it's worth, tied a cloth to try and make my face concealed.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah, you forgot to up until this point, but
Sure.
now.
Yep, that's fine. And I will honestly go for the room that is directly across.
Sure. So you make your way over there, and
So I can see him.
She probably would.
no.
She
No,
wouldn't.
it's like around the
Because
corner.
like the banister.
Yeah, I mean it's up a floor, and there's like enough of a banister, and you rolled. Do you get a 7 or a 10?
7.
A 7.
Tell
Even
me
so, you're able to just sort of hug the back wall if you,
Sure.
assuming
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to.
Yeah, there'd be no reason to.
You're able
like,
to
be
hug
like,
the back wall, crouch down.
Oh,
Even
what's
with
going on?
even with a 7, you're able to just stay out of
Sure.
their sight. Yeah, and the 7 would have honestly been you as you come into the room. You sort of like as you're launched up, you sort of have to hit the banister to grab
Yeah.
onto it, and you have to like you're making some commotion, hoisting yourself onto it. But it seemed like no one noticed you getting up there.
Sure. Good job, Tully.
As you make your way across, give me a perception check. Listening to the next door.
This dice has been a traitor. Redeem yourself. No. 11.
What are my dice?
Give me that. Jail. It's punishment.
What's up?
It's just I felt random tootsies. I was like, what's going on near my face?
Me and Jordan, we play footsies constantly.
Yeah.
Me at the brimstone playtest thing that we do at his house. Sometimes I'll like touch Molly's feet because she's across from me. I'll give her eyes and she's just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, like yeah. This only works if both of us do it, okay?
Okay.
Don't make it weird, Mom.
So
Molly, come on.
So sometimes apparently one note just doesn't sync, or reverse syncs. There's pieces I had that are gone. which is wonderful.
Because that's the piece that you need.
Yeah, so as you are listening at the door, you don't hear anything on the other side.
Cool.
As you make your way across, though, at the top, you do see this like mounted, looks like this like bone, almost like a horn or maybe a talon. It's like this big. It's sort of strange. You've seen hunters' trophies like mounted up before, right? Especially with the size and scope of beasts and hunting that happens around here. Some people have really large trophies displaying. And so this one is almost remarkable in how mundane it is for, it's in the middle of their second floor. It seems like a place of honor almost. But it's just this like big claw looking thing.
Yeah.
Looks like, I don't know, it's not the first time you might have seen a claw this big, but there's a plate mounted on the bottom that says Desewo on it. Desewo.
Is that the only thing in the room?
Sorry, that's the hall approaching the other room.
We forgot to give him a little cup of marinara in case he found the dogs inside.
So when you get to the other room, you don't hear anything, and assuming you open it inwards slowly.
Yep.
So you would even open it, listen, not hear anything, not see anything. You open it the rest of the way, and there's no one in there. It's completely dark. It's clearly another bedroom. This one with still a fairly large bed, but much smaller than the other one. And it looks there's a dresser and some decoration. There's a number of there's a few books here, but overall it's actually fairly empty. But you can tell that this is the room of Canilla.
Okay. And is she not in?
She's not in there.
Okay. Yeah, her wheelchair would be very obvious.
Right. There is a bit of extra equipment like next to the bed. But
Does it look like? Is there any other door into this room that connects?
you see one door off to the right.
Okay. And that would not be. That doesn't look like a door. So there are the two doors, and then the one at the end of the hall. Does that look like that could be connecting to one of those, or is it on the other side?
It's on the other side.
Okay, that's what I kind of figured. Great. Well, I want to try and sneak over to that door and like listen.
So getting over there, you start to get the sense of the place and listen for a bit. Open it, and it's a closet.
Okay, cool. So this was dead on. Great. That's good to know. In advance, I'm gonna try and quietly open. She's got a window in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and quietly open that window.
Sure. Go ahead and give me another stealth check.
Don't mess up.
We did great. 11.
11.
It's better than 7.
Better than 7. You
+5? Not better than average.
you turn the locking mechanism, and there's a little bit of a clicking noise, but nothing too loud. But it makes a little more noise than you would have wanted. And then you press it open, and the hinges work very smoothly.
Okay. I'm just giving myself another option of somewhere to dive out of if necessary.
Sure.
And to be clear, for advance notice of plan, so that you know what I'm trying to do if it comes to go mode, I'm absolutely going to, whatever side that I end up on when the dogs inevitably start chasing me, I will grab the sheet from the bed. Do these beds have posts?
Yeah.
I'm going to grab a sheet from the bed. I know I'm not going to be able to tie it off fast enough, potentially, while they're chasing.
but I'm gonna like wrap it around the post, jump out the window to lower the height that I actually fall, so I'm not falling the full
Sure.
12 feet.
Uh,
I'm
yeah.
not pre-tying these because I'd rather they don't know I'm specifically there. I don't want to make it that obvious.
But that isn't.
Just walk around.
Just
Why
the
are
window.
all of the sheets in
Yeah.
each of these rooms just tied in a knot?
'Cause someone could forget they left a window.
You could get a little bit, but like the distance of the bed to the window, once you tie the sheet around it and get it to the window, is probably gonna not be a whole lot, but you can get a
I
little
don't
bit.
need it. I'm not trying to get like 6 feet down with it. Like
Sure.
the sheet's not that long. Period.
Sure.
You know.
Just grabs the sheet and uses it as a parachute.
Yeah, just a little bit to like make it so I'm not dropping the full height while trying to run away.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So you investigate this. Do you want to look at the either of the other rooms?
Yeah, I do. I'm sure she's in one of them, which is inconvenient for me.
So go ahead and
Did you search this room?
True. Searching her bedroom.
yeah. So go ahead and
Thanks. I totally forgot because I was like, oh yeah, my plan.
go ahead and roll for it. Roll investigation.
I'm so unhappy. 4.
4.
Trust me, I have so many dice.
But
You
they're all bad.
If they're all angry at
you
Nice,
do
it's
find
gross.
you actually find like a few
Like the margarita.
like interesting little gadgets, little like toys almost, and one clock sitting on a table next to her bed that looks similarly kind of an older, more simplistic clock.
There's a clock in every
But that's all.
Okay. This is what entertained me.
Oh,
I shall go.
I was like, Metal Nero.
Yeah, this is my role. Alright, I'll do the door, whatever the first door that I come, that's on the right hand side.
Sure.
It's coming up.
Yeah. So you make your way up there, listen at the door, and as you you won't hear anything.
Yeah.
As you open it, you see a very, very clean, well kept bedroom. You assume it's some kind of guest room.
Okay.
And looking into the other room, you're gonna find something similar. So go ahead and give me investigation for both of these together.
That's not here, but that's alright. I'm just doomed tonight. 5.
You're just Jordan tonight.
I'm
5 plus
Jordan.
what?
No, it's 5
Sure.
total.
Yeah. In these, there's
It probably wasn't
very,
there.
very like typical looking
I hope it wasn't in the guest room.
furniture.
Clock.
There's two very like
On a pedestal on display.
nice and
Lit up.
clean looking clocks
Completely
set
see it.
in one in each room, but you don't find anything of interest.
That's everything upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Well,
So just chatting away. It's been,
I mean,
15 minutes now?
all of this probably goes pretty quick. Like
Yeah.
you're on a time crunch here.
yeah. So I'll go back to the master bedroom.
Sure.
Secret. Maybe was it the original? Maybe, but maybe also that.
Like how long like how long will Dagir just or Dagir just let me
I mean, like the game feels like the game process a lot of time feels longer than what's
Okay,
actually
okay,
going
okay.
on.
Yeah. Like combat takes hours, but it
Right.
transpires within like 5 minutes at
Okay.
a long combat.
Right. You
Right.
probably, talk to him 4 or 5 minutes, and and again, it feels like an eternity.
That's 50 rounds.
But
for
it's
Rennie.
yeah, we're getting
Yeah.
lots is happening in
I
that
just want
5
to
minutes.
go back to the master bedroom.
Sure.
Look at, was there anything connecting to that? Or did it similarly look at the closet?
You find it has another closet, but you don't find any other rooms
Can
there.
I inspect that mundane clock real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Investigation.
17.
17.
Double digits.
You were the chosen one.
Yeah, so you, as you look at it, you sort of look it over, and it does look like sort of just more simplistic craftsmanship than you've seen in other spots. It's made out of a really nice, well cared for wood that's been oiled through the years. And in the back, on the bottom, you see initials, PB and BB.
Okay.
Oh.
That's cute. I don't want to take it. And it doesn't look like it has anything like special, like no like hidden compartments, crap like that.
You don't see anything
I
like
didn't
that.
figure. Okay. Well, my two options are out a window and and YOLO down the stairs. So I think I'm gonna go with the yeet the window route.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go over to the window. You said it's 12 feet up in the opening. Okay, so if I do like a hang and then drop, it's like it'll be a thud.
You'll be
But
fine.
it won't be terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop.
Okay. We'll use acrobatics as stealth for this.
12 for the acrobatics check.
12? Okay. Yeah, you land and it makes a little bit of a thud, a little bit of a rustle, but like again, you're at the back corner of this place and they're at the front chatting and in a whole different room, so they don't hear any of it.
I like peek around the corner. Do I see Jordan and Trent?
You would mean
Probably.
We're not this close, but yeah, you probably see us. Well,
Especially knowing to look.
especially
I'm
Jordan.
gonna like pull Jordan
So-
away from the back.
So if you
So there
guys
isn't a
if you guys see me peek around the corner, I'll just like motion like,
I'll just give a thumbs up.
and is this a door?
Now.
Yes.
I'm gonna try the door.
Sure.
While he was up there, I would have liked to just stand a piece of paper and start scribbling something down. And as I had an idea as a backup plan, I'm going to show it to Jordan just
Okay.
to see what he thinks. And it's just a note that says, like when you fold the note over, it says Canilla, and then meet me behind taps tonight. Can't stay long. Signed L. That's all it says. For L for Luby.
Ooh.
Kira.
Sorry, meet me behind where tonight?
Taps, isn't that the bar?
Draft.
Drafts.
The wrong place. I mean, if we, depending on how things go from here, if I could knock on the door and slide this under, we run away. They think it's L. Maybe Canilla leaves.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
Would they?
Hell yeah,
What
validated.
are the odds they would have noticed the window open to Canilla's room from where they're at?
They would have noticed it.
Wait,
Because I
Because
would
he
have been
opened the
over
window.
here on the second floor and opened
that was
the
Canilla's room?
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about this. I wasn't because like also player knowledge. I don't know what's going on inside the house.
Yeah.
Just no window was open.
I mean, so a window was open. Did it tell me what?
Yeah, well, you know what? I would.
You
I-
would have probably even waved out at them, knowing
Yeah.
like
I would have signaled
they're
to
at.
them.
Okay. So Canilla wasn't in your room.
You know what? It makes more sense for me to try before trying that door. I'll try to like sneak over to them
Sure.
and like fill them in on the layout of
Yeah.
the other place before I go back and work on this back corner door again.
Yeah, you can let them know. Is there anything you guys want to do with that knowledge?
I mean, I also kind of want to start looking into these windows just to see if we can see what's in them.
Do it.
But
Learn the
Do it.
secrets of the marinara.
Do it.
I'm sorry. What? Say that again.
I'll start looking especially once like. No, I probably would have. After a little while after he goes inside, and after he opens his window and like lets us know that like he didn't find anything, I'm gonna start looking through these windows as like subtly as I can just to see what the layout is and
Sure.
if anyone's in any
And
of these
it's
rooms.
pretty dark back here. So as you look in that first one, you see it's
Vanilla is right there.
The dog staring out at you.
Can I start trying to like make a pitch for getting the dogs my way?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a Well, what do you say to Degir as you're sort of continuing on and like trying to get him to elaborate on Ardon and math and the state of just the educational system,
Maybe
which
I
is
start with
very
just,
important in Fair Thane.
He's just like, you know what? I wish they would teach kids in school how to handle animals. Like,
At this point, he's like halfway through a cinnamon roll, by the way. Like, he's just opened them and is like,
Oh, by the way, we drugged those cinnamon rolls. We should have, though. That would have been smart.
Yeah, actually, it would have been pretty good.
Dang it.
good until you guys would have gotten to the point where you realized, like, maybe they traced back the fact that they all, like, passed out to the
Oh, just one.
random food.
Just
that was-
one drug.
Yeah,
cinnamon roll.
until she passes out, too. It's just like, what happened?
Man, those things are filling, huh?
Like the
Just
scene
knock
from,
you right
the scene
out.
from Community.
oh,
when,
what did Bags put in those things?
the scene from Community where they like roofie or they chloroform the one security guard. And they all just wake up. What happened?
What? We were all chloroformed. Why are you holding a rag?
Shit.
So, like, I've transitioned to, like, animal handling would be great, and
Yeah.
then just, like, start talking about how much I love dogs. I love dogs. Have you, like, how do you feel? Like, the two they got here, what are the names?
they're-
What are names? Cog and Gear?
Cog and Gear, yes,
Oh
they're
my
lovely
goodness,
creatures.
they're
So
such
well
good-
behaved.
Good boys, good girls, boy, girl?
Boy, girl.
Boy, girl. Oh,
Cog
that's
is a
how they
boy,
say
Gear
boys.
is a girl.
Okay. So I did, like,
Lord.
I got, like...
Cannon.
I brought the marinara sauce, but I make a special meat variety. I don't know if tomatoes are good for dogs or not.
I think they're fine.
Okay. Oh, here's something.
I mean, that's never stopped.
I'm
dogs before
pretty
either.
sure that dogs can have tomatoes.
Pickle tried to eat a piece of brownie today.
Garlic is bad, and there's a lot of garlic in this.
And so are onions, and I assume onions are
Oh,
bad.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you know,
Oh, yeah.
maybe Mihraen garlic and onions are fine for Mihraen dogs. It's my fantasy world. I can
So
make
that's-
dogs not get sick when eating stuff. That sounds great.
Yeah,
So that's
deal
my
with that.
pitch.
The whole
Cheers.
point of my fantasy world is just dogs not getting sick.
So that's my pitch. I love dogs.
Respect.
I brought the special like meat sauce for them. I know, like
Goal achieved.
I know. Would it be possible just get a couple scorches in?
Well, Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
You got this.
Yeah.
Just, it's gonna be straight.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Sure.
Oh,
Hey.
good call.
3.
No, that's not
It's a
the
plus
one.
0, baby.
times
That's
charm.
the fake one. That's the fake one.
Second time's the charm.
10.
Hey, we
What?
went up.
It's not a 3.
It's a
Double digit.
very average.
Hey man, plus 7 to your roll is pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you? So is it just 10 or is it
It's just 10.
just 10?
Yeah.
Goodbye, inspiration.
Yeah, with
Just throw on a straight.
with the 10, he, well, I believe gear is not available right now, but perhaps Cog would come this way.
Okay.
So when you look into the window, you see a table and some stools set up in a pretty a much less decorated room. It looks far more utilitarian. Give me perception.
15.
15. You do notice it's really hard to see because it's like right, it's like over here right next to the window. So you have to like kind of come over here and look all the way over, and it's dark in the room. But you do see a door, a door in there that looks.
Here?
You see.
The door's like here, looking through the window.
Right. You see a few cabinets in the room, and this door looks much more. This door matches a lot of the doors that are like doors into rooms, rather than like say a closet or something.
So,
And with a 15, you would actually notice just a faint light coming from the bottom of it.
the door here.
Yes.
So, in other words, this room.
Or basement.
Or basement.
And then you would notice. So Dagir, Dagir will invite you in.
Give the scratches.
So
Give the
you
scratches.
walk into to the main hall there, and he just says, if you would keep it quiet so that the master and mistress.
Absolutely.
Third time's a charm. How do I make the voice quiet? This is hard.
And just wait here for one moment. So he's going to go.
No one's in the house yet. We're good.
Okay.
Walk. He's going to go walk back and to a door to the right.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Am I right? Like.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
So he goes into a door in there, and it looks, at the room that you're currently looking at is really like, it's all stonework. All the houses in Corette and most of Fairthane are sort of stone built out of a very similar looking stone to the gray stone paths that are everywhere. But the stone in here is like very well polished, very like clearly well kept, with like ornate carving sort of along the side. Like clearly this is a nice shown room. And there's even tile along the floor here, like a very pale tile. As he opens the door, it's dark and it's clearly much more utilitarian in whatever room he was going back to. The room you see is pretty small, and you just get a glimpse of a desk in there. And he goes back into another door, and you can't see him as he disappears back there. Drent, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Nice.
19.
19.
Almost hilarious.
Time to throw a rock clock.
You see a door open and light pour into the room a little bit. But you quickly sort of duck your head over, and you just hear a faint you can't quite make out what he's saying, but it's clearly kind of rhythmic, almost melodic, and
Indistinct whispering.
you hear just a little bit of and then the light sort of closes off again, and you see Dagir appearing back with this probably comes probably closer to eye level than most, but Dagir is leading this thing out, is leading out Cog.
Girl, boy.
Boy.
Who's that girl?
I wrote it down so I remembered.
Cog the dog.
Yeah, so he comes up.
bowl.
Give me animal handling with advantage. You have meat sauce for him. Presumably it doesn't poison him. Dog doesn't care.
9, so
First one.
15 plus 3, 18.
Nice.
18. Yeah, so he comes up and just like is just loving up on you, and he's very happy.
I'm just like, he's like, his head is like over my head, just under scritches all the way.
He jumps up on you, but his paws are on your shoulders.
Yeah. Like, would probably knock anyone else your size over, but you're just like...
I'm so strong.
Okay, so
I
you're
was
hanging
scared
out with
about that.
Dagir and Cog.
Can I see Jag still?
No, Jag would have made his way back.
Where'd he go?
Just around the corner to the store.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you were talking to them down there. You go back, and
Yeah.
you're trying to open the door. The door is locked.
Pick it.
Pick it. Go ahead and make a Thieves' Tools check.
Beautiful. 20.
20. Oh yeah, you got this.
Playing the game.
You don't even scratch, like leave any scratches or any evidence. It's a very clean pick. Yeah. So you open it, or pick the lock.
And I'll try to quietly open the door.
Sure. We'll do another stealth check for first floor shenanigans.
Yikers. Dude, you're really gonna do this to me.
13 though.
13.
Still better.
Better than a 7.
Went from 16.
I would have been very sad if you got the nat
It
1.
went from 16 to 8.
Mm.
It was gonna be a 21.
Still, 13 is you're
Better than a 7.
you don't know, like, you're not noticing necessarily that you hear a couple like floors creak. Maybe the door shuts a little too loudly behind you as you make your way in. This first room here is a very small room, just small room. It is 20 by 10, small for this house.
Is it the sitting room that looked in from this window, or is it?
No, it's a different room.
Okay.
So there's a small table to your right, and then like a cushioned bench along to your left. Looks like a mud room.
Sure.
Place to come
It's
and
gonna be
take
one
off
of
shoes.
those
You would
strange
actually
shape
see a number of
box.
shoes under the bench.
I will continue on to whatever is the next door.
Give me a perception check if you want to listen at it.
Let me know if anyone dies.
10.
10.
Nope. 10.
Nope.
You don't hear anything,
It went
and
from
as
20
you
to 8.
as you proceed in, and actually you would have also, there are windows here. You would have at least glanced in as you walked back and forth. It was dark in here, and you didn't notice any motion.
Yeah.
As you walk in, this is a large formal dining room with a very long, dark wooden table with a red fabric cloth running down the center.
Got it. I'm not gonna search this room.
Sure.
There's no way that anything is in the dining room. Anything stolen is not sitting out in the dining room. I'm a bet on it. I'm basically working my way.
There is a really
back.
nice grandfather clock in here, I will say.
That's fine. That's really weird that they would put their grandfather on.
They
display,
finally
but
met him.
It's really weird. That's
He says,
honestly really.
"Hello there, Sonny."
It's really morbid almost. Oh, he's alive.
Yeah, he's alive.
That's good, anyways. Hey, and I'll keep making my way towards basically the corner of the house. That
So
they're at.
there's actually no doors on the other side of this room.
Doesn't connect.
Not to that side.
Okay.
So there is a door. If you kind of make a U-turn, there's a set of double doors
Yeah.
behind you to the right. So like you're coming in here, they'd be like over here, and then there's another single door directly to your right. So
in the dining room.
in the dining room,
So there's doors heading this way,
this way and this way.
this way, and this way.
Yes.
So back through basically. So this, I came in here. This went into a dining room.
Yep.
Is it safe to assume this probably goes into that sitting room? And then
Unless there's a room next
yeah,
to it.
sure.
Yeah.
So
But it points
my
towards
guess
that
would
room.
be that this might be a hallway.
Yep. Seems reasonable.
Okay, I'm gonna open the hallway door.
Okay. So as you open that, it's
I don't.
I'm
know.
gonna listen.
that's
I don't know where the dog is. Yeah.
I'm talking very loudly about how cute the dog is.
yeah. So you
I suppose do I hear the talk about the dog?
Here you don't.
Okay.
You hear like very muffled voices,
Yeah.
but you don't. It doesn't sound like. It doesn't sound like they're
Sure.
there, and you also don't see light at the bottom of this door.
Okay. I'll open it.
So you open it, and this is a pretty small room. It's about
Accurate.
15 by 10, and this looks like just sort of a washroom entryway into the dining room. Underneath the door, there's a door directly in front of you. Then
Yeah.
underneath this door, you do see light coming in, and now you hear voices a little more clearly.
Oh, you're so cute.
Okay. So in my brain now, and I'm probably gonna back out of the house from this. This right here
Mhm.
connects to foyer. There's another like symmetric one that connects to that portion of the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually, you not quite.
So I will probably back out and actually backtrack to Jordan and Drent then.
Okay. Yeah, as you shut the doors, a couple of them just shut a little too loud, but you feel pretty confident about your work down here. As you make your way back out, do you try to like reset the lock?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another. Well, actually, no. You could give me another Thieves' Tools check. This will be easier.
18.
18? Yeah. Yeah, you're able to reset it.
Sneaking, not great. Locks.
Locks?
Wrong.
On lock.
I'm gonna be very quietly trying to open any of these windows or doors back here.
Can I just say for the record, Tully is not doing good at being quiet.
Yeah, so after a little bit,
Just got very excited over the dog.
yeah. So, and I also imagine that like at points you're almost like wrestling this dog,
Like, oh, come here.
just like here, and it's like, oh, can we please,
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
And at a certain point you would hear, Dagir, is there someone here?
Now,
And-
what you did.
And
Perfect.
out from the door on your right, you see Pasmir open the door.
Pasmir!
Mistress Tully, is that?
I am sorry.
I should have smelled that earlier.
I wanted to bring you guys some marinara, and then Dagir I was being very inconsiderate. I apologize. I just...
Master and Dagir, why is Cog out here?
Well, I probably...
Cog is like on his back, just like.
I
Living
brought
his
some
best life.
marinara for the dogs too. A little meat sauce concoction going on.
You at 9:36 in the evening, you
They would
bring
know.
marinara sauce for my dogs.
And for you, the dogs were bonus. It was mainly for you. I brought cinnamon rolls too.
That's very kind. We appreciate it, but I think it is Dagir, I think it is time to turn in for tonight. And he's like sort of head down, just like, yes, ma'am, of course, we will. I'm very sorry, Mistress Tully. I thank you deeply for your gift. And he's also like brushing crumbs off of his mouth and like getting frosting off of his face, and just like, yes. Thank you very much for your gifts and for your visit.
Yes, I'm just so
I'm
sorry.
sure
for
I
the
will see you at
disturbance.
Eglin's later on this week.
Yes. So sorry for the disturbance. Hope you guys have a great night. Woo, my brain's been so scattered.
Oh my gosh.
Priest just wanted to die. Hey, Joe, you left your door open?
Sorry, guys.
I mean, you lasted a long time.
Yeah.
You did great.
I was trying to be loud to cover the sounds, but well.
Turns out,
Power drill to the back door? Not enough.
yeah. Especially at like with that in mind, like yeah. Once you heard the buzzing, you would have almost certainly just like,
Yeah,
the dogs. Where are the dogs?
Who's a good boy?
Tully was panicking. Just like oceans of sweat going.
Yeah. As you splash your way out, Dagir escorts you to the door and
So
thanks
sorry.
you
I'm
again.
so sorry.
It's quite all right.
Blabbermouth.
Quite
Poor
all right.
kids,
Thank you
I just
again.
wanna scream.
And he's very sort of like is now aggressive because like Pasmir is
Okay,
still
get out.
behind, like sort of behind him, just waiting. And he
I don't fight him too much.
closes the door if you're not physically imposing.
Take him
I'm
out,
not
Tully.
fighting, no.
Whip out the Samwise.
About the Samwise. All right. Where?
Some manners. Not many, but
So you've
some.
backtracked and relocked.
As soon as the dog was led out of this room, I would really want to start checking the door, but also the windows to see if any of them just happened to open.
Yeah. So the windows you can't really open from outside just because of how
How do they open?
they're like sort of cranked to tilt
Oh, that's all the worst.
from the inside. So like opening it from the outside, you're just not able to gain any purchase.
If we all
The door-
break the
and
window on a different side of the house at the same moment. They won't know what to do.
And the door is locked.
When you
Call
check the door,
police.
it is locked.
Well, I need Jag then.
Well, ask and
I'm
on
like
the way.
walking away.
yeah.
You'd probably like run into me just down the street where I'm just like
You're like waving at him.
waiting
you?
to see.
Wait,
Yeah.
you don't- okay, yeah.
I'm
I
literally
will
just
go
like
find
waiting
you.
out of the way to like hear.
You're not good at
Commotion.
sneaking either. Nope.
So whatever the timeline ended up being, once I was done with that side, I would have came back to them to. Well, first rendezvous, he would have told me where a dog came from. I'm sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like, I think this is a workshop or something right here. But the dog was just in there. And the dog got let out. Or at least it did, and I couldn't find you.
There's only one dog that got let out. Huh?
Yeah, the other one wasn't in there.
But who? Who let the dogs out?
It was done.
Jag.
Can you tell me about your plan with the note?
Not yet.
So I should note just to make sure, the door that was to the right when you were looking in the window, that door didn't open. The door that opened was across the room from you.
Yes.
Okay.
The one with the light under it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get into the window that had the dog in it previously. Okay.
Yeah.
Is their basement up to code, or they're like storm
Dude,
windows?
we don't even know if they
or
have a
is-
basement.
It is up to code. There are no windows.
They have a basement. Get
Aha!
back.
Confirmed. I start digging.
Are you still at the end of the street?
He'll get there eventually.
What are you doing over here?
There's treasure down here. So you try to pick the lock?
Yeah, and as I'm picking it, I'll be like, it's been quite a bit of time. I doubt Tully can keep them much longer.
I feel like we have heard her saying bye.
Yeah,
You would have definitely heard her say
Oh
that.
yeah,
Should
I was
we-
loudly
should we
apologizing on my
come
way
back and
out.
try
Yeah.
this in the morning tomorrow. I don't. Maybe she'll leave the house at some point and with the dogs, and we can go.
Well, I have either this rock or this note to buy a little more time.
10, you're not able to get it. You make a couple scratches trying to get in, but this one doesn't. You're not able to quite figure out how the pins are set in this one. What do you say?
I was talking to Jag, just like, wow, I can give a rock to give us some more time, or I have this note where I can try and lure her out of the Canilla out of the house, and then I see you kind of like not be able to get the lock. But if we can't get in the door, I'm not sure if it matters.
I motion to the crowbar that I also have.
So I should go throw the rock somewhere else.
I think let's try and get the note into her room.
Oh, all right.
Maybe tie it to the rock. Whatever the best way to get it up there is.
I mean, can you slip it in through her window? Well, I know it's
Yeah, the
closed.
window's open.
Oh, it's still open.
I opened her window.
Well, shit. Yeah, take the note and you get on top of me. I'm not as strong as Jag, but you can probably make it work.
Not as strong as me.
What?
You said not as strong as Jag.
Or is
Everybody keeps calling Reese Jag.
I know, right?
We do look the same.
Basically, the spitting image. If you just took like a pump and went, same guy, just bigger.
Yep. You totally look like this blue guy.
Yeah. So leave the note there, and I'm alright to just stick around here, and hopefully she tries to sneak out with the dogs,
Hopefully, yeah.
or at least a dog.
Hopefully. I wonder if that one of those dogs was guarding that room.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we gotta get.
I will hit a dog if I have to.
I'm sure.
I like dogs.
You stabbed
I
a
just
man in the eye. I'm sure a
But I
dog
didn't
isn't an
like
issue.
them. Those are good dogs. I'm not taking an eye.
Oh, you were saying you're not a monster. That's what you're saying.
Can you confirm?
You
your
sense
point?
the talk.
So I think we can.
I'm just saying,
I think we
it
can
was
stick
such a
around.
good. Have you
and see
seen
if
that
we can
dog?
get her to go. Let's get this note up there.
Okay. I'll give you the note. Jordan, help us get him up there, and we'll try and do the Reese Jag maneuver on this side of the house.
In this case, I'm just trying to get the note up. I'll try and get in, so I can put it like on her bed.
Sure.
Let's do it, boys.
Let me see here.
So Jordan and Drent are launching.
Okay, go ahead and we'll say Drent, give me athletics at advantage. Jag, give me acrobatics.
What'd you get?
No, 12.
Because there's
Okay,
2 of them.
22.
12.
12 and 22. Yeah.
Better than last time.
Yeah, so you two together are just able to...
Oh, not the roof!
And Jag, you'd be a little surprised at how much momentum they gave you, but you're able to pretty easily, like, just sort of duck your way in and almost just, like directly into the room. As you land, it hasn't changed since you were in there minutes ago.
Except now there's a dog.
I have rustic hospitality. Maybe that would have been useful.
Oh, what does that do?
Oh,
Rustic hospitality.
I love that.
I'm like the woman of the people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they'll like shield me from authority if need be, and like give me shelter for free.
I mean, Dagir liked you, and he didn't give you up to the
That should have
Bancors.
been stage 2 as I come in and try and arrest Tully. Cause a commotion.
Oh, there you go.
They're on to me. Hide me from the law.
There we go.
Dagir's just like, she's
Do
fine.
you have a place where you would hide valuable things like coins? Hide me there.
Or clocks.
So I'll put the note like really nicely, like right at her pillow.
Sure.
I will say that I hastily wrote the note so that my handwriting wasn't easily, like, as if like just to obscure handwriting in general.
Yeah, like
Kinda
Louis
scribbly.
was like scribble.
Right.
Sure. Give me...
Of course it's wrong. There's no depth perception anymore. It's really tough.
Oh, it's hard. Oh, Louie.
Give me like... You don't have proficiency with any sort of like forgery or calligraphy tools?
Nope.
Right?
I have Tinker's tools and other tool proficiency.
Did you stamp it on leather?
Sure.
So, give me a...
What is parchment but the
Dexterity?
the leather of trees?
Give
Free
me...
leather.
Yeah, like a... We'll say dexterity. Just raw dexterity.
Almost good.
No, not really. Almost good. Just bad.
It's almost, it's
8.
almost not
Okay.
terrible.
Okay. It looks pretty roughly drawn, but like, I mean, that's maybe what you were going for, but it's...
It was, but hopefully she doesn't remember what his handwriting looked like.
Sure.
But I put it nicely, like there.
Yep.
And hop out.
Sure.
And I am gonna post up, all sneaky boy, like near that window, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
to see what happens. One, to like listen for if she closes the like window up there.
Mm-hmm.
2, if anybody comes up from where the dog came from.
Sure.
Once they put the dog back down there.
Okay.
But those are the 2 main things I'm gonna focus on.
So you're sort of waiting for her to go to bed and find the note?
Yeah. Also, particularly keeping interest in the mudroom where a dog might be let out
Sure.
from. Just, because.
Okay. All right, so you're doing that.
Petty vandalism and pet napping.
Drent, are you doing anything? So I assume you two would be waiting up front unless you two have any plans. Tully and Reese.
Should I tell them? That,
I'll say, I might make my way over to the other these two, just to see what happened. But that'd be it.
Okay, yeah, and they can give you...
3-foot tall person just like waving profusely. I'm just like half a nod.
it didn't go well.
I do just love the like 7.5 foot tall, 3 foot tall.
So, they said I got one very good boy out, but Dagir said that the other was occupied, so maybe he was doing stuff and things with person of interest.
Am I here for that?
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
you came
yeah.
back
You
over
said
here.
you went over
I know.
there.
I
and-
didn't know,
yeah.
I didn't know if like the start before I got there.
No, you're good.
Wait. So Is it possible that Canilla is out with the other dog already? She's not in her room.
Maybe. He just said he wasn't available.
That key did suspiciously go missing under my watch somehow.
Maybe.
I did.
What if they're at the jail cell, like right now?
Well,
They have the wrong key.
That's true. But we could catch them at it.
Well, I'm not talking to you. You guys do.
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Glessic did say that she would post up and keep watch over the prisoners overnight.
Yeah.
Because of it.
She's in on it.
I told you.
This is a hot fuzz
I told you.
situation.
Yeah, but I have to wonder if
Those dogs are a hot fuzz situation.
if she's going in there with just one of her dogs. Maybe she has a gun. I don't know.
Or maybe
I keep talking to you like you're there.
maybe the dog was still there, just
I'm Jordan
busy.
right now.
You know, like, oh my God, Dagir in some trouble, but he let in, and I wasn't supposed to be there, and so maybe the other dog was just.
Here's a rag. You're like still sweating. But you bought him so much time.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Honestly, I thought this drill was going to be able to unlock the back door, but it didn't work, so...
Jordan.
Start talking about pain because what's wrong with you, child?
I'm sorry.
Oh. I don't know how old
It's a
Jordan
delicate
is.
balance, not like memeing Jordan, but like genuinely just trying to be Jordan.
But honestly, we can't do anything else here, right? You said, Jag's just going to wait back there, right? So should we go? Should we look?
But he's with us.
Yeah, I'm Jordan.
He's
No, I'm Jordan right now. I'm with you.
Jordan would have gone out with you, probably.
and I-
Unless you were like, yeah, wait with Jag.
So do we want to go look for her to your point?
Jag-
Or should we go back to the sheriff?
well. Jag said he's gonna sit there and wait to see if.
But what if she has a gun?
Well, we don't know if she's here or if she's there. Fuck.
Tully raised a pretty good point earlier that I'm pretty sure she said out loud. But should we maybe just get a warrant and just go in next time?
What is a warrant?
There aren't warrants.
Just gonna let her.
Oh wait, do we say firmly
Yeah.
say okay?
There's not really warrants. You can just go and like Jag can be like, I have this
by
like
order of the mayor.
I like an effective warrant, but like you don't have like FBI level power of like I get to come in and you have to let me.
Freeze, sucker.
You can be like mayor said to let me in. They can be like that's weird.
Okay.
Well,
Did we see any signs of a basement?
Jag didn't mention anything in the basement.
Should one of us like statement Jags or see like stuffy stuff boy all by himself?
I'm sure he'd love that.
Next day.
Oh yeah, he seems like that's the type of thing he'd be really happy about. Definitely.
Is this fake Jag or Jordan saying
It's
this?
Jordan.
Is it?
Yeah, Jordan. He would love that. Jordan would absolutely stir the pot. Are you kidding me?
I'm down.
Or we could just leave him by himself. What if he gets eaten by dogs?
I don't think that would.
We could
That might
start
happen.
a small fire.
That did kind of.
Wait, that's a great idea.
It is a stone
It's
building.
He starts sparking.
Just
But
like
I
his
suddenly feel a
confidence
lot
in my
less
plan,
confident
right?
about
His
like
confidence in
going
that plan makes me think it's a terrible idea.
Oh no.
Jordan would be all into it.
Wait, but like I could do it so
Sweetheart,
easy. Like
stop.
he does the thing because
Yeah,
the
the-
healing glove. It would be so easy.
No.
Wait. If we
We
throw,
gotta think about this.
wait, if we throw the instead of the rock, we wrap the rock in like cloth and throw it in.
Like a Molotov. No.
But it's a great idea.
To start a fire, yeah. But at the moment, no one suspects anything.
Yeah, because we didn't start the fire. It
I'm
will
like,
already be burning.
I knew exactly
I'm like-
that was going.
Tully is partially actually worried about Jags and partially just cannot handle any more Jordan exposure, so she goes to Jag.
But the top window.
Hey,
is
we must be doing a pretty good job as Jordan.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't handle this. I have to
Yeah,
leave.
no, I feel.
She is so stressed out by this man.
I
I
see you
feel like
leaving.
if Jordan's
Listen.
watching this, he's just gonna be like, "Yeah, I don't need to be there."
No, here's the coup de grace for it. Guys, listen. The window's open. It's made out of stone. The building's not gonna burn down. If we throw it into the bedroom, it'll just burn some linens. They're rich people. It'll be fine. It's stone. It won't burn
Yes,
down.
but then they know someone was out here doing something they weren't supposed
Maybe
to.
didn't. You know,
Hold on.
in my headcanon, Jag
When you
told
go
me there was a
there,
light on.
use your- make sure you use your-
Combustible cinnamon rolls.
You're missing the finishing touch of the Jordan plan. It's probably
It's
fine.
probably fine.
There it is. When you're talking, Jag, use your inside. Well,
Use
Be
somebody
quiet.
else's inside voice.
Use Jag's inside voice. So real quick, it is 10:45. I know you tend to be not staying up super late.
I have a bed at 8 p.m., baby.
We can end it here and pick up again next week as we proceed. Unless you guys, because you're sort of waiting for Canelo, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I feel like we can either end here, we can push a little longer, but like, I feel like it's getting late. We're getting a little tired at the table.
I'm good.
Either way?
Wrap up,
I'm
it's fine.
waiting for
Okay. Cool. So we'll wrap up here with Jag waiting for Canilla.
now
And
the rocky. An on fire rock.
I checked for invisible traps.
Fire rock.
Thanks for letting me join, guys.
yeah, thank you for
Nope,
coming.
you accept
Sorry that we weren't that we didn't get to smash anything this session.
It's all good.
I
Sometimes
thought
we
I really
meander.
I really thought about
Sometimes.
just full pivoting the session, but I figured you're gonna join D&D and this like trying to scout out a big house is kind of classic D&D in
It is
its own
kinda
way.
classic, yeah. Unless you're Zach Miller, in which case you break in, and the first door you check has exactly what you're looking for. You get him out, and you leave, and nothing happens. It's just like you make two rolls, pick two locks, you get in, and you leave. Everything's great. And I'm like, how did that
I
happen?
really thought about it. I really thought about just being like, where do you go? Yeah, all the stuff that you need is right there.
I had the whole like 3-story like. It was like a trade guild building with like I knew exactly where the guards
Yep.
patrolled.
Yeah.
And he just like happened to play it perfectly. And I'm like,
Just shortest
You know,
path there.
sometimes you
Yeah.
just make left turns at random and for
Yeah.
a while, and
Yeah.
then
Exactly.
suddenly the party's like, "No, you can't be right," and then you one time pick the other way, and it's exactly a direct route.
It
to
was
your endpoint.
so good.
That was hysterical.
That
That's
didn't
classic
happen this
Jordan,
time.
By the way.
Very good.
It did not.
Very good. I'm excited.
All right. Cool. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Hope to see you all next week, probably. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Bye.
Later.
don't forget to mute us.
Yeah. Anyone want to say anything dumb before I mute us on the end screen?
Leedle, leedle, leedle.
Or Juices.